Well,
Well,
hello, hello, hello.
how have you been?
That thing cuts off abruptly. Notice that? And it's interesting because you know what? My Facebook page did not connect. There it is. It's there now. Okay, I was like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. And it is like a serious delay tonight. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I haven't paid. Let me see.
Yeah, it's a serious delay. So tonight's going to be a little crazy, folks. Sorry about the delay. That we can't do anything about that. That's the system itself, unfortunately. But we'll make it happen. We do what we got to do.
We are the workaround to the workaround. Okay,
Exactly.
workaround to
Exactly.
the workaround.
Yeah. I mean, we even the chats have not really gotten rolling yet because of this. And of course, I think people are surprised.
Everybody are stuck. They like they don't come on so sad.
Exactly. They're scrambling. They're like, what? Who is that? Who is that? Oh my goodness.
But it is us
It is us
right
indeed.
here in rare form. We are live. Yeah, it is live because we have been known not to click the live button, but it is live.
Yes,
So I don't
guilty
know. Maybe
as
the people.
charged. Oh my goodness. You know, it's Angie, and we had confirmation, thank goodness, from somebody we did a reading for. They sent a private chat to Angie and I both, and to tell us that yeah, there was some confirmation to what we had said. They weren't
A
when
lot
we
of
talked to them, they weren't
confirmation.
picking up exactly when we were talking to them, they weren't picking up what it is because then it makes sense. They were focused on something else. And then afterwards, they had a chance to think about it, and the confirmation came rolling. And Angie, like Angie, you were right about this. Angie, you were right about this. Angie, right. Angie was on a roll that night, and it was the husband, right? Angie, was you were connected to the husband, right?
I just love his energy too. He's like he thinks he can sing, but he's really funny. I like him. I like his energy.
Yeah,
It was so nice. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah. That's the kind of energy you love when they come in. It's funny because some energies when they come in are heavy and very demanding.
Remorseful energies.
Mhm.
Remorseful because the way they left,
Yeah,
or because they can't, because their loved one is still grieving and instead of moving on. Like some of those are heavy, but I love when it's a good story like that and when they're funny. And a lot of people on the other side think they are hilarious on the other side.
yeah.
I think I'm hilarious on this side.
I think we're gonna go with this side first anyway. But let's go with that.
Exactly. Hey, Rachel.
Hey Rachel, nice to see you in. Good to see you in. Yeah, no, it was good to get that confirmation because again, it was so clear and you were so on point. I mean, it wasn't as though it was vague. He was very specific. And I mean, you were
But
given
he was so,
extremely specific.
he and I both were like, are you sure? Like, I'm telling you, he keeps saying this over and over.
Yeah.
But yeah. But you know what, Don? That just kind of reminds me of when we were in class the other day and I was reading one of the people in class because I knew them so well. The information that I got, I kept saying, no, that's just because I know them. No, that's just because I know them. So I pulled some cards. The cards matched what I was doing. So I was just like, this just doesn't feel right. So I went ahead and told that person what it was that I was receiving, and they confirmed it and said, "Yep, you're absolutely right." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I kept shooting it away because I thought, "Oh, I know you too well, and this is only coming up because I know this is the career you used to work in and all this." And lo and behold, I was right. So definitely trust what you're receiving.
And isn't that and that is interesting. I think people may not understand that one of the things we have to do as readers is we have to divorce ourselves during the read from what our mind knows and what our ego can bring in, and those two are weapons that we're not cognizant of, and so we bring our biases in because we are human and we have to leave them at the door. And so when we do a reading, we kind of have to say, okay, let me dismiss the fact that it doesn't fit in my world, therefore it can't fit. That's got to go. You can't do that because again, it's not your world, it's their world. And so it's, again, you have to suspend disbelief. You have to say, you know what, I've got to go what spirit says. And then the other part about it again is our ego, and we can't help from time to time to feel like, oh, if we put it out there, we could be wrong and not sure I want. And so it's not a conscious, it's like a subconscious thing. Subconsciously we don't want to be wrong. It's like, even when we're consciously okay with it, we're like, that's part of the process. Sometimes you get it wrong to get it right. But folks, I tell you, it's interesting, the concept of having to struggle with these different energies that are there while we're reading that we have to put in perspective and sometimes put in check, and it can be difficult. It's like juggling, and also when you, it's kind of that plus when you get a symbol and the symbol seems to say something and you're like, but it doesn't resonate, it's not resonating, and then you have to fight that too, because you're like, wait a minute, my logic tells me this because it's done this, but then spirit's like, hey, I'm trying to tell you, forget logic right now, I'm giving you something else.
Yeah.
So
But the pessimists that we are, we overthink it.
yep. So and again, this is not there's not a science to this, folks. This is truly, again, spirit energy, and you just got to go with the flow. This is one time when they say go with the flow, you really have to go with the flow, because there's no real science behind this. It's not chemistry. It's the feeling is when you get that information, if you're open to it, you'll receive it. If you're not open to it, you ain't gonna receive it. And
Exactly.
sometimes we wind up shutting our own selves off for, again, our whatever reason. So it's crazy. And that's, again, when we read for you, don't be surprised that you do it as well, because as somebody being read for, you are coming in and you're thinking, I want an answer to X, and that may not be what it's in your highest and best interest to know at that time. And so we give you answers to Y, and then you're frustrated because you're like, no, I wanted X, but no, you needed to hear Y.
Exactly. Or you're so overwhelmed with the information that we're giving you, you're like, I don't know, I don't know. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing, but it's enjoyable, and we enjoy it very much. And again, the more we do it, the more we've done it. The best part is that we just overcome those things. We just move through, we migrate through. But every once in a while, our humanity comes through. So sad, and that's what it is. So welcome in Kawisi, welcome in Vanessa, welcome in Pamela P. Love, and Rachel as well. Good to see all of you in. Sorry, my dog is sitting here right outside my door because she cannot come in this room. She knows it, and she has a toy tonight that is loud and noisy, and so she's,
Like, I'm gonna get my attention either way. You go
yeah,
let me in, or you go just hear me out here.
yep. And then she makes little weaseling noises, like,
You know what? That's so
whimpering.
me, Don. I would do that. Just go in the kitchen and just be click, 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 banging stuff. You don't want to talk to me? You ain't gonna hear the TV either. So,
And that's kind of what she was doing for a little while. I was like, hush, and she's like, gives me that look like, oh my goodness, okay.
hey, Bonnie, are you like overly surprised that we were like so almost on time? Like we were so close to the 6 o'clock, it was almost still 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we almost didn't earn ish tonight. We almost not even ish.
Hi, TT. Hi, Pam. Hi, Vanessa. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here. How
Yeah,
are
good.
you all doing today? If you have a question, put it in there and we'll read you.
Absolutely. Yep, a general or specific. Let us know if it's general. Say general. If it's specific, ask the question. Don't say specific. We don't need that word.
Queasy, as soon as I read your name, I got, or is it K Weezy? Is it
Okay,
K
Weezy.
Weezy or Queasy? Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay. Um, as soon as I read your name, I heard stop the BS or stop the presses. Like there's some activity that you're doing and your guy's telling you to stop, but it's kind of like a BS thing that you're doing to keep from doing what you should be doing. So I feel like your guides have given you some advice and told you that you should be doing something that you're not doing. Because I heard stop the presses and stop the BS. Like there's something that you should be doing that you are not doing to move forward or to make progress in your career. So, what is it that you should be doing that you're not doing? And I hope you're still here.
He usually watches us quite throughout the whole day or whole evening.
Like they're showing me you going up a step ladder, up like, up to success, but you're stuck at this one step. Like you'll start to step up, then you'll bring your leg back down, then you'll start to step up. And it's a huge leap. Whatever this leap is, it's a big leap. Because once you get up on this platform, the rest of the stairs are much smaller and it's not such a hard leap. But this leap that you're taking from where you are now to this new place. So were you offered a position or were you made an offer at another company for a job or something and you're not sure if you should take it? Because I heard stop the BS. Like, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to be doing to move forward? K Weezy, are you here? All right, well,
And he's
maybe he
on
stepped away. I think he's
On Facebook.
your
There's
YouTube,
like a
your face.
45-second delay tonight on Facebook. I saw that.
Okay.
So Kay Weezy, let us know if you're here and if you heard what Angie was saying. Maybe he did leave. Usually he comes in and he sticks around.
He might come back.
Yeah.
TT. Will I be able to get this house? I heard yes, but not in the time frame that you want. I feel like you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for it. I don't know if you're waiting on funds to come through or you're waiting on some kind of approval for you to be able to get the house. But I see yes to getting the house. I just feel like you are have one more little obstacle and it's going to take a little bit longer than you wanted it to take. They keep showing me the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning, or you receiving something new or starting something new. So that could be a move into a new house, a new place, a new residence. So I think you're waiting on the approval, yeah, and it's taking a minute. But again, this is you. This is perfectly you, waiting on your little ships to come in. This is you. You done made your plan. You done made your plans, and in with the two, where you were like, okay, this is where I want to be. I'm applied. This is what I'm doing. You're working toward it. And now this is you, that three, just waiting on it to happen. So the cards are saying exactly what I'm hearing. Like, yes, you are going to get it, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. You're just waiting on the approval. And once you get it, you'll be able to move forward. So not much longer. But I do see you getting the house.
That's good news.
And then I see a lot of people gifting you stuff to move into your house. Like, I don't know if you're gonna have a housewarming or anything like that, but I see people just handing you gifts. And it's good gifts, like pot and pan, like the little pot and pan set, like that, like the whole.
Mhm.
I see people giving you very lots of gifts and just adorning you, because they're happy for
Well, if you don't like the gifts you get, send them my way. I'm okay. I always take a gift if I can get one. What the hell?
you. And TT, do you have a little girl? You have a little girl, because I see a little girl with a whole bunch of hair. Um, uh, and y'all like decorating her room or getting her room together. I don't even know what the I will is to. Oh yeah, you have a girl and a boy. Okay, I see the little girl. She cute as a button, and I see y'all getting her room together. Like, she's very particular about how she want, and she is going to diva it out. Like, she's so cute about it. And then I don't really see the little boy. I knew there were two, but they only showed me the little girl. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cute. Yeah. All right, that's all I got for John TT.
So you said a boy and a girl?
She has a boy and a girl, and the little girl is 3.
Nice. It's interesting because she's the one. Yeah, it's interesting because as I was picking up energy, she has a stronger energy. So she's the one who's like really more.
Outgoing, the little girl. Her
Yeah.
energy is just
Is
like
that,
a bird, like a sparkler. She's just
yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
she'll make you laugh, she'll make you smile. She's just and she's
Yeah.
not trying to hog the attention. It just comes because she's so
Yeah.
entertaining.
Oh no, it's
Hmm.
natural. She's so
Yeah.
natural. Yeah. And she does. It's funny because she do this kind of like this because I'm seeing this face of like this little kind of like, it's like, and she likes to pose. She likes to pose.
I like her little
I get
energy.
that energy.
Are you thinking about having another
Yeah.
one? Because I see her holding a little hand. Are you thinking about another little girl?
She's like, hell no. Not right now.
Well, she said her and the
Oh my
kids'
goodness.
dad aren't okay. So don't y'all
Yeah.
reconcile and then reconcile. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because don't be surprised. I'm picking up this energy. Did she just get a pink dress gifted to her, or is she? Is she? If she didn't, don't be surprised if right around the corner she's getting a pink dress. Because I'm showing, they show me giving her showing off her pink dress. So I don't know if it was like a new gift to her and it just happened, or whether it's
I mean,
coming very soon. But I can see her modeling that little pink dress, and she's a little sassy, and she's just just showing it off. She's proud of her little pink dress. I love it. I love it. Interesting.
I feel like the little boy
So,
is older and he's in school. Is that correct? Like elementary school? She loves pink.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, she has so much energy, so much more radiated energy than does the sun. She really does. Because I don't pick up much energy with him because hers is just there. Just great.
She said that's her.
Yeah.
It was something else I was going to ask her. Are you moving further away from your job? Because I feel like you're moving further away, but then they show you being closer to it. So maybe you're getting a new job closer to where you're moving. She's 3 and he's 2. Oh, he has big brother energy. Oh, then that's the little hand she was holding. Because I saw somebody little. So I figure he was the older one. Oh, so that's the little hand. So maybe you're not having a new baby. But maybe you are.
No. Interesting. Yeah, I think that there's some healing to do between you and your you and your boyfriend, you and your husband, you and the baby's father. There's some healing to do, and there's some real struggle there, and I don't see that that coming to a resolution anytime soon. I think that's again that's a healing process. So,
Oh, okay. She was supposed to move away, but she got a job closer to. Oh, okay, because I saw you being far away, but then they were like close. Okay, so that makes sense. I like it.
Yeah.
We're good, Diane. How are you?
Welcome in, Diane. Welcome in.
Hey, love. Hey, Shelly. All right, type your questions in here if you have a question.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about it for me for TT. I'm not picking much anything else other than that. It's just that again, it's going to take a while. The process is going to take a while for you and him to get over. And I'm not saying I'm not even sure you're going to be together when it's over, but I know that you'll come to a definite what do you call it? Détente. Definitely détente.
Yeah. They really do need to have a serious conversation. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they both have hurts to express to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not. And they're just holding resentment because they don't know. Because they're assuming how the other person felt versus telling them and discussing it the way that it should be discussed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let us know, TT, as things develop. Keep us informed. Stay in touch. Love, would you like a general reading or a specific question? Same thing, Shelly. Would you like a reading? If so, general or specific. Anybody else wants a reading, let us know. Again, general or specific. And don't say specific. Give us a question. Let us know what it is you're looking to hear. I did a reading yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I did a reading, Angie, that was quite fun. I read for somebody who had such wonderful energy. She was such a positive spirit from the minute that the camera went on, all the way through, and I was like, oh my gosh, how fortunate to have that experience. TT said it's really bad now, and we're married, but I'm giving him space. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we sensed that kind of that energy around that situation, TT. Yeah, that's why we were gingerly talking. When we were talking about it, we were ginger about how we talked about it. So So we totally get that. But no, I was very fortunate. The lady I read for, from beginning to end, such a wonderful, loving, engaging spirit, and so many good things that she's done, because her energy came through and all the stuff she's done for other people, and it made the reading so enjoyable. And when I was done, I was actually fired up. Instead of tired, I was ready to go. I was like, oh my, those kind of energies, those
I've
readings,
had
and you're
some
like,
where
wow,
when I get down, it takes me a minute to kind of come back down energetically because I was like, "Ooh, that was so
yeah,
good."
yeah. I know. And actually, interesting part of me was like, damn, I feel like I'm inadequate. Because the level that she sustains, I mean, sustained positive level. I'm like, oh my gosh, how wonderful is that, right? So, hey, Nikki, welcome in. Hello, Frances. Hello, Brandy, and Loves. Hey, um, Angie, do you remember Frances Graham from class, from Tina's class before COVID and all that stuff? Anyway, so she was on the other day. She was in. I bet if you saw her, you would recognize her, because she was coming around. Up until COVID, she was coming to Tina's, and you probably
Yeah.
recognize her. Anyway, she came. She popped online the other day, and it was on Thursday morning, I think it was, and I hadn't seen her in so long. It was good to see
Oh
her on.
no, I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm trying to remember what she had, like reddish auburn hair, longer hair. She had a great smile, and she was always so positive. But I bet if you saw her, you would
Bubbly.
know her. You know. Yeah, she came the same time as that one lady. The other lady was red hair too. What was her name? God darn, I'm terrible with
Oh
names.
man, I'm
As
even
you know,
worse,
I'm trying to
Don.
work on it. Anyway, it's interesting because I've been seeing some people coming on over the last few weeks that we hadn't seen in a while, and it was so good to have them come in. Jennifer Hawkins. Jennifer Hawkins said, I would like to request some help answers for my mother's current mental health situation if available. Hmm. Jennifer, the one thing about we can read for how it will impact you, but we try not to read for them or get into their space, because it's like intruding in their space unless they were to be here to ask that question. So if you're kind of looking at it from a perspective of the impact on you and what you may need to prepare for, then that's an area that we're comfortable going to. But when you're asking about her specific situation and her mental health and whatever, I mean, it's like it's one of those things, you don't dive into somebody else's head or their
Without
energy. It's just
kind of like
it's like
reading your
it's like
diary. Like I feel like I would be reading her diary if I went in without her permission. And there may be things she don't want
yeah.
you to know, and I just don't have her permission to tell you. But I do feel like you're making a heartbreaking love. Hold on one second. I do feel like, Jennifer, that you are making a heartbreaking decision because they showed me the Three of Swords, and then they also showed me like a glass being shattered. And it's like a protection or a shield that was being broken. You're seeing things for the reality of it is. And I just think you have to make some hard decisions. I don't know if you're thinking about putting your mom in care or not, but it feels like you're wrestling with some hard decisions and you don't know what to do, and so you want to let us know, like, oh, is she going to get better to the point where maybe she can be at home and you can still go to work? Or are you thinking, are they going to tell me she's going to get worse and that she is going to require some care? Is that along the lines of what you're trying to figure out? Because that's kind of how they're presenting it to me. You have some hard decisions to make, and it's really weighing on you to make this decision. Do you have a brother? Because I feel like there's a brother that is there, but he is not maybe as attentive to the situation as you are. Not to say that not to say that he is detached from it. He just may not be as involved in it as you are. And I feel like you feel like you're kind of alone dealing with this situation and being a little bit overwhelmed with it at that time too. Oh, she's having horrible hallucinations. Yeah. Oh, so it's cognitive. Um, Is she seeing people from the other side? Is that what the problem is? Is she seeing relatives from the other side? Hi, Monique. Um, and I just want confirmation along the lines of, is that true? Is that what you're kind of going through, wrestling with the decision as to whether she needs to go into care, whether she needs to come live with you, or whether she needs to stay where she is? But you are definitely not very pleased with the situation, and you're very concerned about it. Um, but I do think that unless the non-relatives, I don't even know what that answer is to. Um, you may just have to go that route if they are not going to add the support that you need. Because you said non-relatives. She's dreaming about deceased non-relatives. So just friends. These are people that she knows, because you're saying not relatives. So she's dreaming about deceased people. And you guys are saying that it's hallucinations. I talk to dead people. People don't tell me I hallucinate. What is she saying? Like, are they telling her to do stuff, or are they just telling her stuff and she's trying to convey that message to you? Because I don't feel any harmful things in it. It seems very, um, like it seems very exciting to her. Like she gets excited about the information she's receiving. And if it's not exciting, then it's horror. She's having horrible hallucinations. And when you say horrible, I want to know if it's like horrible in that they're negative, or horrible in that she has seen spirits for most of her life, but now this is a constant, and she is even being threatened by. She's being threatened by them. Oh, so she's already always been able to see spirits, and just in her older life, she's being threatened by them. Um, it didn't seem like a negative reaction when I saw it. It seemed like a exciting, but I guess like that could be horror instead of excitement. So is the issue that you think she's going to hurt herself, or that you think she's going to leave and no one's going to be able to find her? Because I do see you wrestling with the decision, but I think that you're going to have to decide to put her in care. Hi, Angela. Welcome back. You came right back to the
I was
heat.
just asking the thing.
Well, now that's all I have
I
for
know
Jennifer.
I was thinking the same thing. I was Angela, of all times to come back to Phoenix, the summer. You usually do that in the winter. Yeah, the one thing that I got, Jennifer, is that they're looking at the chemical imbalances, which they're looking at, and so help her understand that aspect of it, because again, they're going to find that to be at the root of some of what she's going through. But I do also think that she's very sensitive. She has amazing skills, and so these are gifts. And so, but I think that unfortunately she has gifts where she can see the other side and she can communicate with people who've crossed over. But at the same time, I think that there's some tendencies there that have come from a shift of chemicals, and so I think that they're going to probably find that there's a chemical imbalance going on there. So help her through that. Just help her through understanding what's coming in and how they can do this and what they'll do to help her. And that's the most important thing you can do. Is you can't fix her. You can't. That's not your. It's like we all want to fix everybody. We can't always fix everybody. But know that the one thing you can do that's going to bring a positive impact is that you can help her to understand her situation and help her to figure out how they're going to help her walk through that. Because this is something that she's going to fight with the rest of her life. I don't see this ending
You can
anytime.
also tell her that she has control over it. She can tell them to go if she doesn't want them around. She can tell them that she
Exactly.
doesn't want to talk to them, that she doesn't want them around. She doesn't want to communicate with them. You can also get her like a black obsidian to carry around, and tell her when she's carrying that she's protected, and that'll keep them away if she
Yep.
tells them to go. Sometimes people need holding her hand for protection. So you can get her a black obsidian crystal and tell her to hold that and to carry that with her or keep it in her pocket or buy her a necklace and tell her to keep the necklace on. And when she has that on, it's kind of like a protection to keep the negative spirits away, or if she wants all of them to go away. But let her know she's in charge and she can tell them. She may just not remember that, or she may not know that, because that was something I had
Yeah.
to learn while going to our mentors, that we have control. We don't have to accept every spirit that comes to us. We can say no.
Yep. Yep. And also amethyst. If you can find her some little teeny pieces of amethyst and have her keep them in her purse, and actually on her person if
Get a
possible.
bracelet or a necklace
Yep.
that she can wear, and then it's just there and she doesn't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, the amethyst is good for clarity of mind. It's good for other things like that. And so you have that, and you have black obsidian for the protection and the blockage. Those things work wonderful together, you know. And it wouldn't even hurt to have around the house maybe some selenite from time to time sitting around, you know, so where she can wave it, because you know this will clear
Oh, yeah,
energies.
that will.
This is amazing. That's why it's sitting right here all the time. And so every once
Sometimes
in a
I
while,
need to
you guys
clear
don't
this
see it,
old
but
head up
I'll
in
be
here, because I'll be like, you know what, Angie, that wasn't right. I'll think like that. I have to clear it out. And then sometimes the energy gets thick on here with y'all, and I have to be like, y'all doing
the shade, the shade.
exactly.
Exactly.
Telling you.
Oh, so like that, I still have your shirts. I can't believe it. They're sitting
Oh,
right here.
I
I'm like,
remember
I
that,
what to do
Don.
with those.
I'm coming to get my shirt.
I'm telling you, yeah, that's probably the best way to get them, because Lord have mercy. I can't believe. I was like, just
Talking
remember. I'm like,
down, I
what the
got 2 shirts in here for Miss Julie. So
hell? So I don't feel so bad.
I've had them for 2 years, Don. 2 Christmases.
Oh my gosh, I don't feel so bad. I'm not feeling so bad then. Love says
Remember that?
Labradorite. Is that how you say it?
Labradorite, something. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure I know that stone, but it's an idea. And then, so Jennifer, yeah,
Oh, she said she
be
has
patient
one.
with
She'll
her and
give
work
it
with
to
her.
her. So that might help. Sometimes if we mentally have something that we can hold, we think that it's stronger or gives us more power. Like our mentor told us to put a shield over us, or put ourselves in a bubble. For the longest time I
Exactly.
had to actually do it the way that she showed us. Have it small like this, grow it big, and then spread it all over myself for me to believe that it works. Now I don't have to do that. I can just boom, put it on without doing it. But then I needed that action to show me that that's what I was doing, to keep people out and keep energies out. And you can tell her that too. Tell her she can put a shield around herself and keep energy and keep people out, and have the stone. So some of those things may help her. But the lady that's chasing her, is the lady trying to show her something, or is the lady asking her to do something? Did she ask the lady what she wants or why she's there? Like, what is it that you want from me? Why are you here? Things like that. And because I feel like the lady is pushing her, like she's running from the lady, but the lady is pushing her to look for something or to find something. Okay, there you go. Okay. And so I mean, yeah, all of those things might help also. So try that. But because I feel like the lady, like she's walking behind her, but I feel like she's pointing to tell her to do something or wanting her to go a certain direction. And so she may think that she's pointing at her in an accusatory way, but it seems to be in a guiding way. It's just she probably wants her to follow her versus her having to follow your mom. Because I don't get a negative energy from the lady. Is the lady in a black dress? Like, is she like probably like from the 1800s or something, because she seems to have on a like tight corset. Her hair's up in a bun, and then she has on a long, heavy embroidered, like ensemble or dress as it is. Oh, okay. So yes, it seems to be like an older lady with authority. So that's what I got. All right, Don, that's all I got for her.
Love asked something a little bit earlier, and we
Oh,
were
about
going
whether she
to.
should take classes or whether she should continue to take classes or just learn on her own. Love is a girl, right? I think so.
I think so. Mhm.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're going into as to whether you need credentials or not. Not everything requires you to have some kind of credentials behind it. So, I mean, are you going into the metaphysical? Like, I don't really necessarily have any credentials behind my name for this or anything like that. But it just depends on what you're going into. And ask your guides. If your guides want you, listen, let me tell you something. Don has been preaching to us forever, and it took me a long time to actually hear the words and understand the words and do what he said to do. He says, when you want something, when you want information, you want something done, don't go out and do it on your own. Send your guides out and have them to bring that information back to you. Bring that person back to you. Bring that information back to you. I do it all the time and I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm telling you, I just did it recently when I needed some information about something. And soon as I said it, I had reached out to somebody prior to saying it. I said it, and then that person came right back with the information that I needed. So it's you sending somebody out to get that information for you. So you can ask your guys, do I need any more information? If I do, can you send that information to me? Do I need any more training? Can you send that person to me? Can you send that program to me? Can you show me that I need to get this or say no? My
Mhm.
sister thought she needed to have all this training to do this stuff. And when I did a reading for her, they told me absolutely not. She didn't need to have any more training and to stop using that as an excuse that she needed additional training. And to just go ahead and move forward. She would learn as she went, or they would give her the information she knew. Like she would get what she needed when she needed it. She didn't have to go and pay for all these courses. And they were saying like YouTube is free. A lot of stuff you can learn on YouTube and you don't need to do that. Especially in the metaphysical with what we're doing. You got to be choosy about what
Mhm.
information you absorb and what you accept. But a lot of that information is just freely available online. We teach a class on Tuesday that's freely available online with great information. So that's what
Absolutely.
I got.
Yeah, yeah. And that is key. I call YouTube my university because I tell you what, I go to YouTube often when I'm looking how to do something, thinking I'm going to find it, and I often do. It's as simple as fix like my dryer. This is how mundane YouTube can be. It's wonderful. I was having it was making this squealing sound, and I'm like, how do I fix that? And I looked it up, and they had a video on how to fix my dryer, and I did it. And the guy wanted to charge me $450. I paid $17 for the part, and I
I
put it
put
on my
my
car.
own AC in my car. I used to have a Mazda 6 a couple years ago. The AC went out, the blower or whatever it was. I don't even know what it
Mhm.
was. Went on YouTube. They told me what to get, how it should look, when to ordered it, picked it up, and me and Brandon put it in the driveway. Just put it in there. My sister fixed her
Mhm.
AC. She fixed her washing machine, all from YouTube.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's so much information, and like Angie said, the one thing you should be aware of is that it's not always when it comes to the metaphysical and things that are at a different level. Those things you have to be cognizant of who's giving you the information, because again, not all information is good information. And you usually, when you're listening, your radar's on. Your radar is on, and you can smell BS when it pops up there. And you're like, oh, yeah, no, what they're talking about just is kind of, it's just not in keeping with what I'm doing. But the reality is generally speaking, when you're looking to figure your way through something, I do it for prompts for my AI stuff. I do it for, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Anytime I want to do something, I just go to YouTube and type it in and pop, boom, there it is. And you have 3 or 4 different people giving you 3 or 4 different ideas. And that I'm with Angie on that one. If you're looking for something to help improve yourself, unless you need specific credentials like RN for registered nurse or JD for an attorney, or MD for a doctor, you can find most anything else if you're looking for it, and also save yourself the
Yeah.
money. There's no reason sometimes to spend that money.
Listen, I'm not spending no money on nothing I don't have to. If I can find it online or somebody can teach me, all the better. The correct way, just not the
Exactly.
crazy way. I've seen some
Exactly.
stuff and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm absolutely not doing that. I will electrocute myself. So,
Hmm.
but most stuff YouTube is very good.
Yeah, Angela said that's so funny. Last weekend, I fixed the wiring for the main to my AC line on electric 150 for this 13 inches of wiring conduit. Absolutely, it's like when the
Now
one.
that's a bit out of my wheelhouse, Angela.
Mhm.
That seemed a little like my hair be standing on top of my head. But congratulations to you. I love that you did that.
Yeah, I tell you what, the one biggest problem with most air conditioning units for your house is the capacitor that sits inside the compressor or sits on side the other side of the compressor. It gives out over time, and what that does is the capacitor holds extra energy, so where it has enough to kick the fan on and the pump to start pumping for the compressor, right? And so it only needs that little shot, and once it's on, the capacitor, all it does then is then recharges. So it spends the rest of the time just recharging and holding charge. So it's only a burst of energy when it needs it, but that's the one thing that goes out. And when it happens, you can pay, I think it's like $35 or $50, depending on the capacitor, to get the capacitor from Amazon or whatever and replace it. Or you can pay a AC guy $450 for him to come here and tell you that he's going to do it for and how amazing he is. It's like that's not even amazing. And you can see it. The capacitor is flat usually, but once it's blown, it'll have a dome. It'll like have a dome shape on top, and you're like, oh, yep, I know what that is. And so
See?
you pull three wires off. You take four screws off. Take the panel off. You take three wires off of the thing. You pull the capacitor off when it's out of its little bracket. You put the new one in, put the wires on, close it up, you're done. It's amazing how, but $450 to do that if you're going to have somebody professional do it. Crazy.
Love. Did someone give you this advice to get more credentials because you told them you were thinking about teaching a course? Because I see you preparing information. I was going to tell you to figure out what it is you thought you need. Like if you were going to teach a course, what is it that you think that you would need? Or what is it that you think the people would need to know? But then they showed it to me a different way, as if you were the one that were trying to that was thinking about teaching a class, and you expressed that to somebody, and then they told you that, oh, maybe you needed to get some credentials before you do it. And they're saying no, you don't. And that's why you need to keep those things to yourself, and to you can show people rather than you can tell them. The inspiration that was given to you wasn't given to them, so they can't see the guidance that is on you. They can't see that the road has already been paid for you, and all you need to do is just walk the road that they paid for you. They're telling you there shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and they won't even walk up to the plate to even get started. So don't tell everybody your ideas. In this season, I can tell you, not even in this season, in my lifetime, there's been so many times my guys have told me, don't tell nobody, don't tell nobody. And even now, in some of the readings that I get now, or some of the Pisces readings that I get, they're saying you need to stop telling everybody. Pisces likes to share. Pisces like to celebrate. Pisces like to give all this information out. And they're saying sometimes you need to keep that um and they're saying that maybe you need to keep some of that information to yourself. I don't think that your credentials are your career block. Our Department of Education lady just said that getting degrees was a waste, was worthless anyway, didn't she? The little McMahon lady just said that degrees were worthless and whatever. So
This is the one that said that A1 is very useful.
A1, yes, yes.
A1.
When I heard that, I said this can't even be real life. We got to be in
I
the
thought it was a
Twilight
joke.
Zone.
I know. I thought it was a joke too. I'm like, A what? And she said it two or three times. And I thought,
Okay.
what the hell?
So let me tell you this, love. I don't know what job you're applying for, but the way to tell if you need more credentials is to look for those jobs online and see what credentials they require. If this is a corporate job, you can easily go in and say, hey, what does an auditor need? Hey, what are they looking for in a compliance officer? Hey, what are they looking for in an executive assistant? You can always go and see what the temperature is in the industry and see if you actually need those credentials or if you're fine with what you have. A lot of time, I can remember when my sister got her master's degree. I think she got an MBA or whatever. I can't remember what her master's was in, but her bachelor's was in accounting, and then she went and got her master's, and she had to take her master's off of her resume in order to get a job because they kept telling her she was overqualified.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Mm-hmm. So it's your own business. Exactly. So again, nobody understands the vision that was given to you. So sometimes, and again, remember, they always say, and Don, correct me if I'm wrong, they always usually say it takes about 5 years to get a business off the ground and get it profitable. So if you're in that 5 years, you're right where you need to be. You're struggling, but you're getting it together. A lot of people are so used to the sensationalized way that people become famous, like, oh, I did something viral online, or oh, I was on this show, or oh, I did whatever, and I just became instantly popular. They forget that sometimes the real grind and hustle of it takes a while for you to get there. And you're going to have those oops and bumps and bruises as you learn how to navigate through. I remember when I first got into this, I had my schedule set mentally. I was like, oh, I could do 5 readings a day, 5 days a week, and maybe a couple on the weekend. No, I cannot do 5 readings a day, 5 days a week. That is an insane amount of energy. That is an insane amount of readings. And I personally was very much overstepping my bounds with trying to do that. So along the way, I've learned how many readings is a lot for me for a day. What kind of readings I like to do and what I don't like to do. But it took trial and error to get there. And so I'm still building this business and I still know what I want it to look like ultimately. But these are the bumps and bruises and lessons that I'm learning along the way to before I can get to a place where I'm profitable and I can let go of one of my other jobs or I can let go of both of my other jobs. But until then, I'm learning as I go.
Exactly.
So there you go. Miss Bonnie, don't laugh at me. She is laughing at me because I said, no, I cannot. And I cannot do 5 readings a day. That is an insane amount of readings. That's like 25 to 30 readings a week. I just cannot. Hi, Virgil. Hey, Manchester. All
I don't
right,
know.
guys.
I don't know how other people do that. I mean, it's so daunting. And people, you really don't understand how much energy it takes from us to do long, drawn readings. And so when people talk about how productive they were, I'm like, I'm good on you because
And I guess it just depends on what kind of reading it is. Because, all
yeah.
right, guys, so maybe like the reading you said you had the other day, you were so excited. Maybe if I get a couple of those during the day, then that may keep my energy up. But that's still a lot of energy too, even in excitement that you're burning. So it's just hard. Just keep going your way. Your path is being laid out. I see your guides guiding you. Consult with your guides. Ask them what's your next step. A lot of times I'll pull a card for me and ask them, what's my next step? What's my action for today? So you can get up in the morning, ask your guides, what's your action for today? Our mentor, Tina, says that every morning when she gets in the shower, she has a meeting with her spirit team and they plan out the rest of her day. So that's what you can do. Every morning when you get up, say, hey, what, what is our action item for today? What is our goal for today? Should I be focusing on today? Those are all good questions. You can pull a card and see what it is, pull 3 cards and see what it is, or just kind of listen to see what they tell you to do. But again, go ahead and follow your own guidance. You're right on track where you need to be, and some good things are coming. And again, plan those classes. I think that is your next thing is to plan some classes and see how that goes, and you'll see your business build from you teaching classes also.
Yeah, and have faith. Just again. If you're listening to your energies around you and you are enlightened in that way, they usually don't steer you wrong. They tend to tell you and show you what you need to know and feel. So
Yeah.
so
We all
sometimes
second guess ourselves. Me and Don have done this a long time, and I just told a story about me yesterday in class, doubting something, and I was spot on. When I actually went ahead and told the person, they confirmed everything was right. So we're always second guessing,
oh, absolutely, absolutely,
but you still got to push through it. Got to push through
exactly.
it.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
Before
who's
we
next?
before we move
Oh,
on to our next one, Angie, I wanted to show everybody and you as well, of course, but I wanted to show the first tarot deck I made, which is a Sonoran Mystic Tarot deck. But I wanted to show I took it a notch up. I changed a variation of it. And so I'm going to show you what the original deck was, and it will be produced, but it will not be called the Sonoran Mystic Tarot deck. The second one that I show you, the second version of both cards, is part of the new deck. and you'll see why I went with a different feel, because the first one was very Native American-esque, but the second one is more mystic-esque as well as the so it's the Sonoran Desert-esque. So here we go. This is the first. This is one of the cards that was the first deck, and so as you can see, it's very. It has a different feel. It's a very traditional kind of flat feel, which is kind of what I was going for at the time, I thought. And then I stumbled across a different feel, and I took and converted the entire deck. And this is the new Sun card. Feel the difference? So this was the old one, and that's the new one.
Oh, okay.
A very different feel.
Like I don't know, they softened it a bit.
Yeah, and brought in some tones, and also added a little more realistic features. This was one of the moon cards, and this one is the moon card now.
I still like the original. That's my favorite, but these are very, very nice too. Like it's like it's kind of like a golden tarot kind of feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. This is like one of the traditional ones. This one here, and I've taken it up. So I've been playing with them, and it's been a blast. So I'm getting close. Right now, I'm looking for a printer. So if anybody knows of a printer who cheap quality printer who prints cards, send the information. Share with me, because I'm looking for a printer now. So there you go. So, and also one more thing. While we look at the reading, people looking for readings, I want to play you something. I created this for Angie and myself, and we're going to have a reveal next week for our intro. But this is the song. This is some of the music for it. We're going to tweak it, and it's going to be used. So I want y'all to hear this. If it'll play. Hello. Can you hear it?
Step into the mystic zone tonight. Dawn and Angie shining bright with tarot cards and spirits near. Answers to your questions appear. Sonoran Mystic guiding your way. 856 brings the light to your day. Psychic vibes and mediumship glow. It's the show where mysteries grow.
Like right after you play this song, the little guy that used to do the painting, the joy of painting, he just gonna start painting. That is such a calming, lovely song. I love it. I love it. Love it. And anytime they say my name, I love it.
Yeah, it was cute when it came together, and I like this, and
Oh my gosh!
yeah,
Listen, AI is amazing.
it is phenomenal. I could never write a song like that. I could not sing like that, whatever.
I could just see. Listen, Don. I could just see me with a headband on, and you just do, and we just out there just getting it.
Yeah, I should take our images and then let AI use them to make a video of our images with that music.
Exactly.
Yes, come to think of it, that would be great. Could you imagine what they would come up with?
Oh my gosh, that is gonna be so cute.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Angie just planted a seed. Now I'm going to have to go out and find an AI program that does that now.
So cute.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
It's hard, Don. No, just
That would be quite fun. So there you go. Lord have mercy.
oh my goodness. I love it. That is so nice. I love the cards. I love the music. It's all just so nice. And like I tell people, divine timing. Don was thinking about making these cards for a long time. He went back and forth. He was trying to find people to do the images for him and all this and that, and then boom, the inspiration just shows up. So once you get the inspiration to go, you just go. Divine timing.
Divine
My
timing.
annoying best friend.
Bonnie says your first music video. Yeah, it will be. Yeah,
My goodness, now we're about to be stars.
it could be fun.
Put
That
us
could
on the
real. I'm
stage,
serious.
y'all. Put us on the stage.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. I've seen some of the videos of people doing that kind of stuff. I have to find it, and I'm gonna make that our mission. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
fly it to where
gosh,
it'd be
we're
ours.
about to be
That'd be cool.
stars.
Maybe we'll become a meme. Who knows? But I think the biggest
I
meme is yours. Look at my
guarantee
face.
you.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That's the biggest meme right there. That
That
one.
is my favorite.
And it's my biggest. It's my most viewed video. Is that look at my face? Don't do it. Don't do it.
I love it. The other day, because I got a new phone, so I went through and they showed me that video, and I just laughed out loud to myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'm a Pisces. I just said that when I was giving I don't know whose reading I was doing, but I mentioned that I'm a Pisces. She asked, "What's our sun sign?"
Yeah, I'm a Scorpion, big time Scorpion. Yeah. The good and the bad. That's. I got both sides of it. Yes. Oh my goodness. So who's next, Miss Angie? Who caught your attention there?
So who we did? I think we did. We do everybody we supposed to do. There was this one person. Oh, from I think they were on Twitch, and it's Love Savior. Please don't ask a love question. You said you had a question, post your question, but please don't ask a love question because I'm not answering a love question. Universal Treasure, just put your question in the chat, and then if we're drawn to you, we'll go ahead and read your question. So go ahead. Yes, Francis. Francis says, was that AI created? Was that song
Yes.
created AI?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Love thought you were an air sign.
No, that's because you thought I was an airhead. That's why. And there are times where I believe I am as well. I promise you.
I thought she was gonna say because you were so logical. Because air, swords, thoughts, logic. That's why I thought she was gonna say
Oh,
that.
really? I didn't know that. Again, I know so little of astrology. I leave that to everybody else. I should know more, but I've never really. It's never been my thing. I don't know why.
Love Savior. If that's your question, I am not answering that.
Am I Vietnamese? You don't know if you're Vietnamese?
I'm not.
What did I miss? What?
I don't know. I said put your question there. Like, am I
Um,
mixed with Vietnamese? You can go to the doctor and ask that. You just get a blood test.
23 and me. Or what's the other one? Yeah, you do that, and it'll tell you where you're from. Where it'll get you down to what part of the country you're from, and not just Vietnam, but what part of Vietnam even. So just do the test. That'll tell you.
Universe Treasure. Your question is about your career. I'll take it. Let's go. Immediately I saw two 60s. I saw a 66, which turned into Route 66, and I see you speeding down a highway. So are you moving? You're thinking about your career. So and if you're running this fast down the highway, I feel like you're trying to get to a new job, but I feel like you're going to a new city. So are you, I feel like you're going to relocate if you get a new job. Are you looking for a job outside of the city? And would it be on Route 66? So um, that's what I'm getting for you, or that's the first image that I got for you, Universe Treasure, regarding your career. Like you're on Route 66 and you're in a car and you're speeding down the highway to go somewhere else to this job. So I feel like you are going to get a new job and you are going to relocate. And it seems to be pretty far. Like maybe you're changing coast. Like maybe you're going from the East Coast to the West Coast, or actually they're going away from the West. So maybe you're leaving the West Coast to go to the East Coast. You want to grow your own business. Again, I just gave this speech about the business takes about 5 years to become profitable. All of us have been working on our dreams in addition to working our regular 9 to 5s or other things that we do until our business becomes profitable. Everybody wants to start in January, and then by March they think, oh, I can quit all my other jobs and I'm ready to move forward. It's going to take a little bit more time. But I do see you moving on, and this seems to be more of a corporate job than it does seem to be like you doing your own business. But I do feel like um, you're having a little confidence problem with your business. Like, is there something that you think that maybe your service is it needed or isn't good enough? There's something that there's a little doubt in your mind about the service or product that you're selling, and it's kind of being a block towards you as far as moving forward, because you're not either sure that it's something that the consumers want, or you're not sure that it's a good enough product to compete with everything else. But I'm hearing that you're very knowledgeable in whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you just need to have a little bit more confidence in it and continue to build and grow. And you also need to you need to utilize advertising. It takes a lot of advertising to be out there. A lot of the people that I watch that are content creators online, they say that they have to post something every single day and multiple times a day in order to keep those numbers up like that. You can't post on Monday and then don't post again until the next Monday. You have to post almost every day, multiple times a day, multiple different kinds of things. Like, they don't even post the same things. So you got to show people what you can do so that they know that you are so that they know what you have to offer. We do these free readings on Wednesday so that we're out there and you get confirmation that we do readings, and then they turn into personal readings that people pay for, or we, get seen on other platforms and people invite us to do other stuff. And so we're continuously expanding. So this is us putting in the work for free to get money on the other end, or to build our business up. So you may need to get out there and put some videos out there of you doing whatever you're doing. So like, if you bake, show us how you put a recipe together and how you bake it and how it turns out and how you decorate it. Or if you make something, show us that process. We're very voyeuristic and we like to see things done. We just talked about YouTube TV and how many hits and things you get when you're wanting to learn how to do something or a new skill. So put yourself out there so that people know that you're available. What is your lot business, so that we know we may be able to participate in it or advertise it, or at least be a consumer of whatever the product is that you have. Let us know what it is, because we also like to share information about the viewers and help them to build their business too. But again, I do see you moving. Do you have a little black dog, or did you have a black dog? Because I feel like the black dog feel like you're leaving it behind. Like, you're taking off and it's chasing after you. So I'm thinking that maybe it's on the other side. Did you have a little black dog that passed? And it kind of has kind of shiny, smooth hair. Oh, the health sector. Okay, definitely. That's a corporate job I see you probably going to, is the health job. And you're speeding to it, and it seems to be a bit more money for you. You did have a black dog. Okay, so did the dog pass? Okay, had once, because it was gone, so I feel like it's passed. It feels like you're leaving it behind. So make sure you take some kind of memento or something with you to let you know that the dog is with you. I feel like the dog protects you, but also did you guys used to play outside in the lawn, or like the dog is showing me like being outside in the lawn and like running through a water sprinkler. So is that something that you two would have done together? And say yes sprinkler, yes water, something like that, so I know what you're saying yes to, because you have a lot of okay, he's no more, so he passed, right? Okay, yes. Okay, so yeah, did you and the dog used to play outside in the water, or did the dog used to run through the sprinklers? Because he's kind of showing me lush green grass and running through the sprinklers in the backyard. So was this your childhood dog? Okay, yes. Okay. He's showing that to me. He is wanting to make sure you don't forget him and leave him when you go. Take him with you. Yes to the water. Okay, yeah. Take him with you. He's like, wait a minute, don't leave me. He still loves you, or like, I don't know. Was it a sudden death? Like, did somebody hit your dog, or like, it doesn't feel like the dog died of natural health reasons. It seemed like it was sudden. Is that true? You used to go to the park together. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Your dog. It's a. Uh, the dog is really excited. Like I don't know, really wound up. But gosh, what did I just say? What was the question I just asked?
About the dog getting hit or something, dying
Oh
suddenly.
yeah, how did the dog die? That's what I want to know, because it feels like it was a sudden death. It wasn't a heart attack.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was sudden, like boom. I don't feel like it was a long, drawn out death or whatever. Okay. Wow. It took the dog. It seemed like it took the dog a while to realize that he or she was gone. Was it a he that he was gone? It seems like a he. It feels like he. But then I see little red bows on the ears, like when you go in and go and get it groomed. So maybe it was a she. I don't know. But the dog just wants to let you know that he or she is still around. I feel like it's a he, that he is still around, and that he doesn't want you to leave him behind. So that's all I got.
And was he a jumper? Was he a jumper?
Oh, yeah, he was. Okay.
Yeah. Was he a jumper? Because I'm getting like
Very hyper, very
yeah,
like you had to keep up with him. He didn't have to keep up with you.
yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
A little bit spoiled too.
Super.
You're welcome, universe.
Yeah, he was a jumper. Yeah, yeah. Because I
Oh, all right. Oh,
okay.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
I was at my mailbox today and this guy came through with his little dog and he had his little scarf on around here with his little, hanging on his back. He was like, he just went and got a haircut at the grooming. I said,
Mhm.
and this shows because he is a showman right now. He is walking around like, yeah, look at me. He was so cute. And for like 15 seconds, I thought I could have a dog. And then I was like, nope. I like to travel a lot and I don't want to have to find somebody like a babysitter to keep my dog. So
Yeah.
no,
Keep moving. Don't fall for the dog trap because
it's
it
my baby.
becomes
Don't do it.
becomes a sentence. Exactly. It
Okay.
becomes a sentence. It's like, oh my gosh, The funny part is we used to have two dogs. We had two Rottweilers, and every time we would do something with them, then they would go to get groomed or whatever. They would put the things on them, and by the time they get home, each of them had pulled the other one's thing off.
Oh
Those things didn't
no.
stay very long. Yeah,
See?
those dogs were something. They were playful.
Yeah.
They were great dogs. I miss them very much. So, who's next, Miss Angie?
I don't know, Don, who you want. Like I picked um oh wait, Santa wait. I was referred to you by my mother. Oh, this is remember Lucky Charms and
Yes,
the Rose.
yes,
This is her daughter. This is her
yes.
daughter. I think Diane, your mom, is that correct, Sarah? Sarah? Is that true? Diane's your mom? I feel like that's true. She wants a general reading.
Hmm. Okay. Mhm.
And let me see what I get for Sarah. Okay, Sarah. I immediately get train tracks, and I see the train taking off, but you somehow got put in the wrong car. Like you got put in the train in the car, the train car that is not connected to the rest of the track, and you seem to be getting left behind. And so you see everybody passing you by. So maybe you see everybody getting their accomplishments and their achievements, and you feel like you're being left behind. But as soon as that last car passes, your track starts up, and you're the person, and there's a wheel in front of you, and you're navigating, you're getting to go wherever you want to go on the tracks. So you just needed everybody else to get out of the way so that you can navigate through and go the way that you want. And so I feel like you feel like you're being left behind, but you're not. You are right where you need to be. You just needed to get all the ruckus out of the way so you wouldn't have to fight through the crowd. So now that they're all out of the way, you can navigate through completely and go whichever way you want to go. And people don't know where you're going, so they're not copying you or trying to do whatever you're doing. And so, is that true, Sarah? That you feel like you're kind of being left behind, but you're not. You're right on track and you're about to start moving forward and navigate the way you want. But you have to decide what it is that you want. Right now, I feel like you're waiting on your higher power to tell you, hey, go be a lawyer. Hey, go be a doctor. Hey, go be this. And they're saying, no, what is it that you want? And we'll guide you to that path. So you have to decide what you want. Even if it's a career change, you have to decide what you want and make that decision to move forward. And so not waiting on somebody else to decide for you or waiting for your higher power to tell you what you want to be. I always fear giving my higher power that kind of power, because what if they tell me to become a nun? I can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm thinking that maybe you should make your own decisions, and that's how I feel like I should do. I mean that you should kind of figure that. Oh, I raised my daughter by myself. So the words no longer are the- Yes, and you feel like they accomplished all that, so now this is your time. Oh my gosh, your story seems a lot similar to mine, because that's how I raised Brandon, and now he's graduated. I have all this free time, and I can do whatever I want to do. Now, where I couldn't travel before with my job, I'm ready to travel now. I'm looking for jobs that say, "Hey, travel. Hey, do you want to go here? Do you want to go there?" My whole focus has changed now that I've done all of that stuff that some of my friends are still doing. Like some of them still have littles. Some of them still having kids. And so you have the opportunity to now go along, and you're going to surpass all of them because you have a lot more experience going through than they have. So you're right on track where you need to be. Don't worry about it. What's the chaos with you and the daughter's dad? Is there some kind of tiff between you two, or is that something that goes back and forth? But I see a little bit of fire, a little bit of spark between you two, between you and the daughter's father. What's the spark? Is that spark like, hey, let's get together, or is that a spark like, I will set you on fire and smite thee if you come near? Overall, I feel like you're ready for a career change, and you want to do something that's fun and something that's enjoyable to you. Why are they showing me cupcakes? Is it because you want to bake, or is it because it's somebody's birthday? I usually get a cake with candles if it's a birthday, so I don't feel like it's a birthday. It's a sweet treat. So do you bake? Is that what you want to do? He is not a good person. Okay. Not together ever. Okay. So the spark is leave me alone. That's what the little spark is. There's a little, though there was tension. Oh, I think I remember this situation. Does mom have custody of your baby? Is your daughter, wait a minute, is your daughter with your mom? Oh, your daughter's birthday is in June. So I see the little cupcakes. No baking. Okay. It is birthday. Okay. Is your daughter with your mom? And who's the ball guy saying get your shit together? Rose, okay, is with mom. Who's the bald guy who's passed on this saying, oh, she is with you? I thought Rose lived with her grandma. Is that not true? Okay. Um, who is the older gentleman saying get your shit together? Seems like somebody on the other side, kind of skinny, in a t-shirt, raspy voice, like they used to smoke, but they don't smoke anymore. Hair kind of all over, but balding up here. And he keeps just saying, get your shit together in a raspy voice. Probably your dad. Okay. Um, who is the MF that he said you let mess up your life? Or he said he said mess up your life. He said, how did you let this MF mess up your life? Your dad is a little bit,
Blunt?
to say the least.
Yes.
He's not happy with some of your choices, and he's saying you need to get back on track. He's like, you weren't raised like that. Is how he's making it seem like if you were small, he would just get a switch, like boop, 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 or a little, he'd give you a little spanking to get you back on track. Is how he's making it seem like that's how frustrated he is with you. And I feel like he's trying to guide you. Like, I feel like he's pushing you from behind, because he's showing me an acorn falling from the tree. And so I get maybe the acorn doesn't fall far from, or something. What's the saying about the acorn in the tree? I don't know. Is it that is
The
doesn't
acorn
fall
doesn't fall far from the
from
tree.
the tree. So that's what he's kind of showing me, that like you're a lot like him, but why aren't you tapping into that energy of being more like him, being more resilient, being more self-sufficient, being more standing in your power? You seem to be shrinking back a little bit and letting obstacles trip you up and keep you down. Like when you fall, you let the obstacle keep you down. And he's like, no, you have more power than that. And I feel like he's trying to guide you along and help you to do something that you don't want to do. What's with the stethoscope? Were you supposed to be were you supposed to be in the medical industry? He's showing me a stethoscope, or is it that you need medical attention? Because he's showing me the stethoscope. So I don't know if the stethoscope needs to go around your neck or if you need the medical attention, but I'm seeing a stethoscope. And he's sitting back in a chair with both of his arms like this, very matter of factly telling his story. But he's showing me a younger version of him where he may have been a knucklehead or a hardhead too. And he's saying, and that's why he's saying the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree. But now it's time for you to get yourself together. You are an emotional person. Okay. Well, you got to like, put your big girl panties on and move it forward, No idea about the stethoscope. You're in accounting. Okay. So maybe you need some medical attention. He's showing me, if it's not that that's what the industry that you're supposed to be in, maybe you need to go to the doctor, because he's showing me the stethoscope. So either you need to go to the doctor or, his way or the highway. Okay. He was a hurry. Okay. And so maybe you need to go to a doctor, because now they're showing me somebody sitting on the little doctor bed in the room. So maybe you need to go and have a checkup and make sure your health is okay. He's not showing me anything that is out of the way, but you need some care, physical care, and you need some like self-care that he's showing me, that you're not giving yourself good things. Purple icing on the cupcake, is that your daughter's thing? And was unicorns her thing? Because he's showing me unicorns and he's showing me purple icing on top of the cupcake with one candle in it. Oh, so the daughter's the one that's going to the house. Okay, so that's what so he's showing me that he's seeing that. So maybe you're not seeing the right doctor. Let me see. He is shining light on that area. Is there a tear or something in her stomach? Unicorns, definitely. Okay, wonder if he means her. She was his best friend. But he passed when she was on. Okay, so maybe. So he's showing me the unicorns and he's showing me the purple icing on the cupcake. So maybe she is the one that needs to go to the doctor. Is She's having stomach issues? Is there any kind of like, does there feel like there may be a little tear or something in there? Because he's showing light being shined into that area. So I don't know if that's healing being sent to that area or if that's some kind of issue with that area. Oh, so purple is your favorite color. So that's why he's showing me purple. Okay. It used to be your favorite color. Is it not your? No, oh, but it's not in years. So that's the way he's showing it to me, or maybe that's the way he remembers it. Um, Yellow is her favorite color. Okay. Again, he's saying you should take her to the doctor. I really want you to take her to the doctor to find out what the issue is. And I don't know if it's gluten or dairy or anything like that, but he really wants you to take her to the doctor and make sure she's okay. He's showing me a little dress that she has with a rainbow and a unicorn on it, kind of like My Little Pony. It looks like it's a white dress with ruffled sleeves and it has a little rainbow and a unicorn on it. Is that true? Either you or you or the granddaughter was wearing it, is how he's showing it to me. And then he used to throw her up in the air and she used to laugh and giggle, like he's showing me throwing her up in the air. Okay, cool. Glad on the doctor's appointment. And he also wants to let you know that he'll be there and that he's watching over and that he wants you to listen very well to what the doctors are saying. But he's showing me now like a white shirt or a white dress with like a rainbow and a horse or something on it, or a unicorn. She has dresses like that. Okay, he's showing me that. So right now, he's just giving me confirmation that he's still in your life and that he is still present daily and still viewing your life. So don't think of him as gone. You can speak to him. You can talk to him. You can communicate with him. You can remember him with her. Um, but he's letting you know that he's still around. He's still very much a part of your life. And something about spaghettios or soup or spaghetti. He's like, have a bowl of spaghetti with her for her birthday because he's showing me like spaghetti on her forehead. Like maybe she, was a messy eater as a child, and he said make her some spaghetti. So that's what I got for you.
The only thing I pick up, the only thing I can add to that is there's a hurdle. There's a hurdle in front of you, and it's going to be dealt with or resolved soon. But I do see the hurdle, and they're showing me, it's again, they say hurdle. For me, I saw obstacle, but they're saying no, it's hurdle. So it's surmountable. What's in front of, there's something in front of you, something that is has got to be resolved, something that's been hanging out there. Whatever it is, that resolution is coming within the next month or two. And so you're going to be kind of stuck, or at least feel stuck, until that is resolved, whatever that hurdle is. Again, it's not an obstacle because it's not insurmountable, it's surmountable. And it does show you getting through it, but it's like you can't move forward until that piece falls into place, whatever it is. So know that it's going to work itself out. You have, again, about a month or two more before you overcome that. So be patient and continue to just kind of proceed forward. Don't let it kind of hem you in, and don't let it frustrate you. Okay. Keep moving forward with it, whatever that is. Is there a legal situation? Is there something? Because I just get legal. I'm getting like a legal situation. Is the father in jail, or is the father?
Yes,
Is
he
there a
is.
jail situation?
He is, and
Oh, he is?
that's what she was telling us, that he's in
Oh,
jail.
sorry.
But also there was that obstacle. That's the same thing that I got when I first got in there. He was saying, oh gosh, it was something about her not doing something that she needed to do to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But do you have a legal issue as well? So is the legal issue merely his, or is the legal issue yours? And is that what is going to be resolved in the next month or so? And if you don't feel comfortable going there, it's okay. So you can say, you don't have to answer. It's fine too. But I just feel that there's like a legal hurdle, getting legal hurdle.
Is Kelly, did Kelly Dix just have a baby? Did she have twins or something like that? Kelly, are you the one that just have that has little babies? Is she the one?
I don't think so. Oh.
Okay. Somebody has a little baby and they keep telling me to tell them the baby's going to be okay. Like they're waiting on test results and they're saying the little baby will be okay.
So not legal, nothing legal. He was just released and is on probation. He's not allowed around children. He didn't hurt my daughter or me. I do not have any legal, but the only one would be her dad. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there somebody in the chat who has a little baby? This seems to be like a almost infant baby, like under one maybe, that they're waiting on test results on. And I'm getting that the baby's gonna be okay. For some reason it came in with you, Kelly. But it's a very childlike energy. And they're saying that the baby is okay. Do you have a grandbaby? Or like is anybody waiting on test results or waiting on some news from the doctor? They're saying the baby's going to be fine. Don't worry. And then Sarah says she doesn't have any legal issues, just the
Okay.
dad.
Okay. Yeah. Mm. Well, again, there's a hurdle there, Sarah, for you. And again, it's not going to resolve for another month or two. And it could be something that surprises you, that is legal related or connected to you, that you don't know about yet. But again, just work through it. Just work through it. It's going to take it's a process. It must take its time. Okay.
Don, did you get anything on her career? Because I get a career change. Like maybe that's her obstacle. Like she's staying at her job because it's safe and it's what she knows. But there's something else she wants to do
Hmm.
that would be more to her liking. That would be
Yeah.
satisfying emotionally to her. And I think that may be her block too.
No, I'm picking up just a whole lot of frustration, a whole lot of anxiety, a whole lot of being stuck. I feel stuck. I feel she's in a stuck place, a stuck energy. And I think the other thing that I'm picking up is she doesn't feel like she's in control and that she has the levers to maneuver things. I think that she's feeling like, things are out of her control. So many things that impact her are beyond her control, and that's frustrating. She said she just started a new job, but it's in the same field I've always been in. So,
Maybe that's a new, but I feel like it's like she wasn't getting joy from what she was doing. Like she was a
mhm.
little bit kind of pressed down, not depressed, but kind of pressed down, where
Yeah,
maybe you weren't being able to express yourself, and maybe you'll be able to express yourself
yeah,
in this new position and not have so much worry, or to be a little bit more fun. But I just saw I definitely saw a job change. I felt like it was a career change. And then I
hmm,
also feel like gosh, there was something else she said, and I was gonna um okay, Kelly, thanks. This baby seems to be born already though, or it could, you know what, I don't know, maybe it'll be born fine. But somebody's waiting on test results and they're just telling me that the baby's gonna be fine. Oh, your previous role was terrible. Okay, so maybe that's the change I see, because they were showing me once you make the change, everything will be a little bit better, but it'll be more to your liking with this new situation. And then, like I said, your dad wants to let you know. Is your daughter? He's showing me like your daughter or somebody riding a red and white tricycle. He's showing me that. I don't know why that's significant to him. Like he's showing me this red and white tricycle that this person would have been riding. And maybe they hurt themselves and then he's picking them up and consoling them because they had on like a little flip flop and hurt their foot. So he's showing me that. So maybe it was your daughter learning to ride her bike or something like that. Um, but he just wants to let you know that he is around. And he's showing me water. Does your daughter like to go swimming? Because he's showing me like take her swimming, let her get in the water, let her go swimming. But this seems to be like at a pool, a community pool or something like that. Like I think you need a little bit more fun time with your daughter is how he's showing it to me. And then did he teach you how to drive? Did your dad teach you how to drive, Sarah? And it feels like it's a green car, it's a weird color car. I feel like it's green though. And that he's kind of laughing at teaching you how to drive. Is that true? Okay, go often. Okay, he's showing me you going to the pool. Bet. Um, he's really proud of her. Is she a really good swimmer? Because he's really proud of her, and he thinks that maybe she should take swimming or compete at school or something and swim. Yes. Oh, yes, he did teach you how to drive. Okay, he's showing me that, and he is laughing at you, learning how to drive. Okay. Oh, like I feel like he was a jokester. He got out of the car and was like, I barely made it out alive or something like that. But he's really funny. Yeah. Yes. Okay. He's showing me and he's laughing about it. But he says it makes you a more focused driver. He's showing me like him yelling at you like a sergeant, but he said it made you a more focused driver because when you mess up, you can hear him when you're driving, helping you to be guided and to get back on track. Okay, so that's all I got for you. Your dad will stay here all day. If I stay in his energy, he'll stay here all day. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna go to the next person.
absolutely. And then who is
Okay,
next,
who's
Miss
next?
Miss Angie?
Okay, who's next? Who has a question?
How about Crystal Pittman Danzy?
Oh, Crystal. Okay, this is the one friend that we were telling she was gonna get a new job, and she got the new job, but it's up in the Phoenix area. They live more south,
Oh,
and
this is
they're
not Crystal.
This is that crystal.
Oh,
And
I
they're
didn't know
thinking
that.
about moving this way.
Oh, nice.
So Chris, I see the move, Crystal, I see the moves being beneficial um to you in a way that helps the baby with his therapy, because I think that you're having issues with the therapy or the cost of therapy, and I think the move up here will provide you some more some relief from that, not necessarily that, and they're not saying burden, well, but will provide you a different avenue for care for your son. That's the one thing. Two, is your husband, is Vance also considering a new job? Because I feel that he's going up in ranks too in his job, or finding a new job up here. So are you both deciding that your career will move up here? And is he already interviewing? Because if he is, I feel like he'll get the decision sometime in the summer, like June or July. He'll get the final decision if he's already interviewing. If he's not, then once he starts interviewing, I think he'll get the decision in June or July. And it feels like both of you will be up here, and that I feel like you're going more to the northwest side. So more like the Levine side, it feels like to me, is where you guys might be. Um, um, okay, I see. Okay, okay. So I see him getting the announcement of a new job, June or July or something. I don't know if you said he started the process. So is that the process to leave or the process to start the new job? Because I feel like he's well on his way to that, and you too. And it feels like a lot more money coming. So don't worry about the cost of buying a new house. You'll be fine with that. Um, you're in Rosa. It will be, you'll be in the Roosevelt School District. Okay. So that's Northeast, right now. I mean, Northwest, the
I
Roosevelt
think so.
School
Yeah.
District.
Hmm.
Okay, so that makes sense as to why they were showing me that direction. I feel like you'll do fine. You'll build a new community of people. And I feel like maybe some other people from where you are will move up this way too. I don't know if any are considering it, but I feel like other people will may follow you and move out this way too. Because it seems to be more than just you and your household leaving. But I do see you moving on and moving up. And it all seems like it's for the best. Um, are you thinking about a new build, like designing your own home and building it? Okay, he's put his application in for others. So yeah, by June or July, he'll get their answer that he's gonna get it. It's a move up. It's a step. It feels like a step up, and I don't know if he was like vice principal and now he's principal, or if he was principal and he's gonna be a higher level principal or something. But I feel like he's moving up in this situation, and I feel like he's gonna be. Does he also still coach with the football team? Because I feel like he's still gonna be working with the youth or them in some kind of way too. Like it feels like something good like that too, where he gets to do that too. Um, your move forward. Are you building a new school? Because it feels like a lot of hard work, and they're showing me brick by brick it being built, brick by brick. And it seems like a lot of hard work coming for you. Like maybe your first and second year will be not hard, but tough. Tough as in a lot of things with opening a new school, or a lot of not necessarily obstacles, but just the nature of the beast of the job, and it's just going to be a little bit of a tough journey. Okay. So that's why they keep showing me the coaches. Okay, fine. And so I feel like he's reconnecting with somebody, or he's connecting with somebody, because they showed me him out on a football field. He'll get a very nice job. He'll get a very nice amount. Tell him to think about the amount of money he will make. Like what's his bottom, what's his goal, and what's his outlet. Where he wants to be in the middle range, to figure that out, and he'll get it. Um, Again, you're remodeling. Okay, because I see you. Oh, you're remodeling a school or a house, because it seems to be both. Like you're building maybe a new house, or maybe you're telling me you're remodeling a new house and then you're building a new school, but both of them seem to be, because it seems to be simultaneous building projects at the same time. So is the remodel of a new house, like you're finding a house here and you want to remodel it? Is that what you're telling me? Or remodeling the school. Okay, yeah. So I do see that, and you being a part of the whole thing, step by step by step. And it's a lot of work, a lot of physical work, as well as a lot of mental preparation and guidance that you're giving to people. Stand strong. They're showing me you as a 7 of Wands, which means you have to stand your ground. There's going to be a lot of masculine energy. So stand your ground, but you will soften them up and it'll change the atmosphere a little bit. So stand your ground, but you will soften them up and you'll be fine as you move forward. And then also with the house, I kind of see a new build, or maybe like you building onto whatever you get, but it feels like a new build that you're looking at or that you're considering. And then I feel like there's a new car, a new vehicle. Somebody's getting a new black vehicle. So that's all I got for you.
I'm going to turn to cards because I wasn't picking much other energy up. I did get the warning of watch your budget. Make sure that you're understanding your budgetary situation, and make sure that you stay within the confines of your budget. That was one thing that did come to me. So again, if you're I got 2 9s. I got the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, which is that that energy of almost there but not yet there, which is kind of what Angie was saying. But again, the gift has already been given to you. The universe has already opened up the lane for you. So again, proceed down that road. Just know that this is going. This again, It's like you're not ready yet. You're just almost there, but you're not ready to take the leap yet. And the perseverance card is there, so it's like you've been in this holding pattern for a little while, but it's you're getting there. Be careful not to be too distracted by so many things as they pop up. But ultimately, the Sun card's there, so it's going to work out for you, which is wonderful. So just keep moving forward, but be cognizant of all the things that are happening around you. Be cognizant of the hurdles that are going to pop up, because there will be a few hurdles. I'm picking up a number of little hurdles, but nothing major, nothing that's going to be derailing you. It's more of a time crunch situation more than anything else. And so just keep moving forward. Don't let anybody distract you from your ultimate goal. That's the thing is because that 7 comes out. It's kind of reminding us, let's not be distracted. Let's not allow ourselves to be pulled away from what is the most important thing, and that kind of thing. Again, it's little things, there's big things. I don't see big things. I just see lots of little things.
Yeah. Like they didn't make it seem like obstacles, just like the nature of the beast. Like if you're
Yes.
building a house, there's obstacles, or there's
When you move.
Yeah.
Yep, new job, all those things. There's all many little things that pop up, the things that we don't think about because we're so much in the moment. But these little things, that's what drives you crazy. That's the things that'll slow you down. So and that's what I'm picking up, a lot of little stuff. Yeah.
Exactly, Don. And listen, you give me too many choices, I won't do anything. Give me 5 options, none of them are getting done. Give me 2 options, I'm gonna go ahead and figure it out. But you give me too many options, my brain just shuts down. It's overloaded, and I ultimately feel like it's sometimes less is more.
It's interesting because there is psychology to that there, and it's actually proven that if you give somebody too many options, they won't decide, and then they'll just move on. They won't even buy. So it's like, be careful if you like when I was doing the sales of my shirts, right? When I was preparing to put them on the market, they said don't do more than 5 colors, because if you do more than 5 colors, you will lose sales. The less colors, and the thing is that people are going to like it or not, yes, but at the same time, if you give them too many, they just feel overwhelmed and they're like, I won't make a decision, and they'll just move on. And it is true. Yeah.
If you give me a choice between black and white, I'm going to choose black because I'm going to think white is going to get dirty. If you give me a choice between red, black, and white, I don't know. Like now you've added a whole nother mix to it. How many red items do I have? What and then let me come back. Now you've lost a sale because you gave me too many options.
Yep.
I got distracted and I never came back.
Exactly. Yep. And that's even there. And there is research that says that that is valid. That does happen. So it's interesting. Hey, Pam, nice to see you
But
in.
I'm research because I know it. Skechers had these little shoes that I wanted, and they came in all these different colors, purple and pinks and blues. Every time I went to the store, I couldn't decide which one I wanted, so I didn't get any.
Hmm. Exactly.
So true.
Well, Crystal, continue pushing forward. Sounds like good things coming. That's a good thing.
Definitely. Come back and let us know
Absolutely.
how things work out. And tell Vance to text me once he gets the job.
Hmm. Who next, Miss Angie?
Francis has been asking. Did we read Francis?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay.
Francis, are
Um,
you still here?
exactly. Is that what? Misunderstood? You misunderstood me? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Hi, Pam. Messages and guidance from the universe. Cool. Listen, Diane, you got to play to win. I have scratchers in my purse right now. I have a Mega Million ticket in my purse. I have a pick ticket in my purse. Listen, I got 3 different scratchers in my purse. You got to play to win.
You know,
I see.
I think it's a Mega Million or Powerball, $1.5 million ticket. There was just one at
Well, the
the
Mega Million ticket went to $5 per ticket. The
yeah
Powerball is still $2, but the Mega Million ticket is $5. And so
yeah
maybe that's why that one is growing so fast
yeah.
because now it's $5 per ticket instead of the regular $2.
But somebody
Uh,
here in Scottsdale bought a ticket at Indian School in Hayden, and this past week, I guess, and they won $1.5 million, but they haven't claimed it
shut
yet.
up.
Yeah, yeah, right here off of Indian School in Hayden. I'm like, really? You know?
God, if I won 1.5 million, I wouldn't tell anybody, but you might see me with a tiara on. Or I'm just saying,
Just a little
I
hint, a
might
little
have
hint.
on a diamond tiara when the next time you see me.
Yeah. So,
Oh my
Francis, we
God.
were reading Francis, right? Yeah. Is it
Okay,
possible you
yes,
can have a
guidance.
message?
Okay. Immediately, Francis, I heard tears don't mean defeat. Tears don't mean you lost. And so they showed me your tears running down your face and them watering the seeds that you planted in the ground. And then those flowers are now starting to flourish and turn into tulips. Is tulips or roses your thing? Because they're showing me tulips. But I also feel like I'm seeing orange roses, which I've never even heard of an orange rose, but they're showing me a rose, but it looks more of an orange color than a red color. And then that was my niece. They just came back from seeing the movie Sinners, and so they were about to tell me about the movie. Um, but okay, all right. No, I'm sorry. Guests just come over. They so know. They gosh, y'all totally made me miss my thought. What that I was thinking with her. Dang on it. Um.
Somebody
Oh,
orange rose.
tears, planting your seeds, and then your flowers growing up. So they showed me tulips. I love roses too. Never. Oh, I don't know that they are orange roses, but that's how they're showing it to me. It's a custom made, seems like rose for you. But they're saying all the tears are cried, all your harvest is coming up now. So the seeds that you planted are now coming up, and you're about to see them start to blossom late spring. So it feels like late May. You're going to get some good news that you've been waiting on. Do you have a lawsuit? Because they're showing me the justice card, and the justice card was flipped back like this so you couldn't see, but now, or like it was being held down. And so now the justice card is kind of pulling itself up. And I see that you're about to get the justice that you want. So you either have a legal issue or some issue where you feel like you were being treated unfairly. And they're saying now you're about to get that guidance that you wanted, or you're about to get that reward that you were looking for. So don't worry about about not getting what you were think you were due. And then they're also telling me that it's okay for you to have bad days, for you to have like those days where you cried and you teared and you holler out. You're not hurting your higher powers feelings. Like they understand that you're gonna have those bad days, and it's better for you to express yourself than to hold those things back in. Is how they're showing through it. Oh, you were going through a divorce. Okay, and so that's why they're showing me that the tears you cried and the seeds that you planted are now about to harvest, and you're about to get those things. Were you waiting on some kind of settlement, or were you negotiating some kind of payout? Because I feel like you're going to get your just desserts or something like that. They're saying no, you don't cry too much, and they're wanting to acknowledge that it's okay for you to cry. That's a release. When we say release, during the full moon, release on that no longer serves you. Everybody releases a different way. Some people may go running. That won't be me. Some people may, cry. Some people may, I don't know, whatever their thing is, sing or listen to music or laugh or whatever they need to be, but everybody releases a different way. So they're saying that's okay. Don't worry about that. But good things are coming for you, and don't worry about it. They're showing me you like you're on a pair of roller skates, the old roller skates with the four wheels, and you're very unbalanced and you're teetering, but you have on your elbow pads and your knee pads and your helmet, so you're protected. And they're saying you're going to find your balance, and you're just going to have smooth sailing. You're just going to roll through. So don't give up hope. They're showing me that nine of wands. What they're saying, don't give up hope. It's coming. Um, Shortly you'll get what you need. Okay. So that's what I got for Miss Francis.
Francis, Francis, did you recently have a conflict or a breakup with somebody? Was there a relationship situation or something that
She was
just,
getting a divorce.
oh gosh, I need to pay more attention. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She's getting a divorce.
Yeah, I was kind of like in this, I'm trying to zone in on that energy, and I kept feeling this problematic situation. And I'm like, what is that? Okay. So the divorce is final yet or not?
I don't know. That's why I was asking her, was she waiting on a settlement, or was that what the holdup was with the justice card? Like,
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, there's something that just doesn't add up. There's something that's not. I'm feeling like there's just something not adding up, and I don't know. No, it's not final yet. There's something that's not adding up to me, and I don't and I don't quite understand this energy. I feel the legal hurdle. There's something there's one more bump in the road in the process. I don't think it's gonna be as smooth closing as you think it will to see this signed off on. And is it because he doesn't want it, or is it that you don't? One of you are not prepared yet. One of you just aren't there
oh,
yet.
she said she didn't want anything. She just wanted the separation. So maybe he's holding on.
Yeah, I feel like one of you are holding on to something, and it's like and not quite yet there, ready to let go. He doesn't want to move on, is what you're saying. He doesn't want to. Okay. Yeah, because and that's going to be the rub. That's the rub right there, because it's going to take a little more time. It's not going to be as straightforward and easy as you think it might be. And I'd be careful. I'd be careful. Be careful when you're talking with him or dealing with him, if you even do. I don't know if you guys have but you've got to be careful, because I'm not saying you do this intentionally. Okay, please, when I say this, understand I'm talking from his perspective, because because he is the hurdle. So I'm giving you what I'm seeing from his perspective, and that is that you sometimes, because of your humanity, because you are human, you sometimes send mixed signals, which gives him sometimes false hope. And so, and again, you don't mean to. You mean to be. You're human. You mean to be. You talk and and certain things come out, but or you do certain things, and he takes it the wrong way, and he sees it as, oh, there's still hope and there's still light, and that's not what you intend. You want to be civil. He doesn't see civil as being civil. He's seeing civil as she may be wavering. And so be careful with the communication you have with him. So therefore, from the best point of view that you can, try to make it so where it's as neutral as possible and it's not giving some kind of false sense of hope or whatever, because again, he's just not ready to let go. And he wants to hold on to whatever, anything that you can, anything that you do. If he can find a way to spin it in his head to think, oh, you know what, maybe she's wavering, he's going to do it. So be careful with your communication. Be careful. I would probably even be careful with having communication. I think I would limit the communication to a degree, because again, you don't. I know it's not your intention. I promise. I get that. But remember, it's not always what we say or what we intend. It's how it's received that can cause a greater problem. So just keep that in mind as you move forward. Be careful with what you say, what you do, and how you do it. And limit your communication, limit your interactions, so therefore that you don't even take the risk. He's because it's going to take. He still needs time. He needs time to get his head around the fact that and his ego around the fact that he's not that one anymore. He's not the one anymore.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's not as though I'm not saying he's a bad guy in that sense. I'm just saying that he's human, and he wants to hold on. So he's going to find anything that makes it sound like, oh, that's what maybe she's, no, it's not what she is. But that's because his mind wants that to be the case, so do that.
He seems to know how to court her, or to get her to, to charm her back to his side, or to
Mhm.
where he think he's making progress. And again, you're just being cordial, but he
Yes.
thinks, oh, I'm getting her back. And those old tactics just don't seem to be working. Listen, like when they say a woman's heart is like a vault, and once she closes that door, you ain't getting in. You ain't getting in. So you better you better stay in there when you in there. Because once she shut that door and not let you in, you could be on fire and she's not trying to come save you. So if you're done, you're done. And he must know that. But I do feel like it's coming. Like again, they did show me the justice card laying like this, and it was fighting to come back up. So you are gonna get it. And they do tell me to
Yeah.
tell you to be resilient, because they showed me the 9 of Wands. But it's coming. It's just taking a little bit longer than you thought it was going to be, but it is surely coming. And again, don't worry about your tears and your crying. Everything is going to work out for you. And I feel like you are going to get a little bit of something from the divorce. Like, I just don't feel like you're going to walk away empty handed.
Yeah. Yeah. Just be careful. Be limited with your interactions, and then when you are interacting, make sure that you are factual and you're objective. Again, when you get into the subjective, when you get into the emotional, when you start going there, you open the door. So don't do it. If anything, just if let's say there's a document to be signed, and said, you know what, would you mind signing the document? Could you please sign? Not saying, hey, this is important to me, whatever. That brings in, again, choose your words, so where they're very, very antiseptic, they're very clinical, and they don't give an opportunity for a subjective kind of tinge to it. And again, it's not I'm not coming at you in the sense it's what you're intending. I'm saying it's what he's receiving. So and he's very tender right now, very tender, very tender.
I have one more question. Did you have a body, like not a drastic body change, but did you lose some weight, or like did you start getting into fitness? Because they're showing me you doing yoga and you doing other activities. So did you change your appearance in some way? And like maybe you're a little bit more confident in the way that you look now? Because they're showing me like a change in you, but it's a transformation that makes you feel better about yourself. So if you haven't done that, I see you like getting out and doing other activities that you may not have done while you were in that relationship. It feels like it was a little bit, and I don't want to say suppressive, but it was kind of like you were maybe under his thumb a little bit during the relationship, or you started exercising and you are more confident. So they're showing me that, and the world is seeing that, and he may be seeing that and thinking like, hey, she has somebody new because she's changing the way she looks or what she's doing. But you're just finding a different crowd of people to hang around. And I just see you socializing with different people, like maybe getting out to maybe start bike riding or walking or something, but get doing more outdoor activities. And they are showing me the yoga, so maybe you will get into it. And so I feel like you're finding your freedom and you're liking it. And he thought maybe this was just something that was going to be a phase and you were going to come right back. But I feel like you are moving on. You've made that decision. He just has to accept that decision, but you'll keep going. And you can try to break those ties with this relationship if you want to. Like some of the things Pete told people to do is write that person's name on a bay leaf, set the intention of breaking the tie with that person, set it on fire, and then give the ashes back to the universe, writing their name on a piece of paper and tearing it up to break the tie, or burning it up to break the tie between the two of you. So there's things that you could try to do to kind of like break the tie between you two. There's also a freezer. You can like put their name on a piece of paper and put it in the freezer, and that'll kind of get them off of you too. It doesn't hurt them in any way. It just helps them to back off of you so that you can make progress in what you're doing. So those are just different ways that you can kind of break the ties between you and the person. You can just, ask your higher power to break the tie. You can ask your higher power to kind of cocoon you away from this person so that you're not in their direct view or their focus or whatever. So there's a lots of things that you can pray. You can wear certain protection bracelets that'll kind of keep that negative energy off of you or keep them people at a distance from you. So those are all things that you can try. I think Don mentioned amethyst earlier. I mentioned black obsidian. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to try to keep those energies off of you, and help yourself to keep moving forward.
Yeah. And this bracelet here is actually black
Oh, oh
obsidian
my God, that is
amethyst.
a perfect one right there, Don.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh, it's
uh,
black obsidian and
an amethyst.
Oh yeah, I need that link. Just text that to me, Don. I need that.
Yeah.
Because that purple is so pretty. I really do like that.
Hmm.
Amethyst. That is first of all, it's my birthstone, amethyst, and second of all, black obsidian. I'm always talking about it. Go ahead and text me that, Don. I'm gonna have to go ahead and order
I will do that.
that. Order that immediately. I like it. It looks
And you
nice
know the best
too.
part, Angie? It's only $11.99.
Uh, yeah, text me that, Don. I'm gonna have to go ahead and
Yeah,
order that. I
11.99 on
definitely like
Amazon.
that. I definitely like that.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Well, Don, she can still get the divorce. Like, even if he doesn't want to sign, she'll have it. It'll just be like, because she's not asking for anything. She just wants,
Yeah.
so she'll just have to go through the long, drawn out process of doing it.
Yeah, yeah, you'll still get the divorce. It's a little more time consuming and frustrating.
Yeah.
But yes, it's
So
still
keep
doable.
fighting. You're
Mhm.
getting there. You're gonna get what you want. And you're gonna be able to move forward lighter and healthier. And when you come back after all this is said and done, this seems a little bit further down the road. There may be a new Mister for you on the horizon. So come back and
Oh,
see about that.
oh,
They're not really showing it to me now. It's kind of like pixelating in and out, like it's something to come, and they won't show me the complete thought. But come back and we'll see if that. And I also don't want to get your hopes up and make and change your focus from where you're supposed to be focused on getting this done. So come back in a couple of weeks, and then we'll see if we have some new energy on that new person that's coming into your life. And right now, you may not even be thinking of that because you just want to get this done, and the last thing you want to do is jump out of one hot pan into another. So they may need to give you time to consider and to get used to being, separated from this person, and then give you the good news. But I do see somebody coming down the line eventually.
mhm.
All
Absolutely.
right. So who's next,
Mhm.
Donna? Or is this our last? We're at the 2 hour mark. It seemed to go by really fast tonight, Donna. Maybe because we were on time.
It did go by. You're right. It's 2 hours. Oh wow. Yeah.
Maybe because we were on time.
It could be.
There was somebody who asked how to get in the chat, and I can't. They were on Twitch. You just post your question in the chat, and then we'll read your question. We'll take your question and read it for you if we're drawn to you. It was Lady Pal, Lady Pay, 11. Yeah, just post your question.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. How do I join the queue? She
Yeah.
was asking.
So
Yeah.
just post your question, and then we'll read you.
Mhm.
So I do not I make it a my own intention not to get into other people's energy without their permission. So without your dad here to ask, to answer, to ask, to tell me that it's okay to do that, I can't tell you about his relationship with his mom, because if he didn't tell you, then maybe he didn't want you to know. And it's kind of like reading his diary. You wouldn't want him to come to me and say, "Hey, tell me how my daughter feels about blah blah blah, or why my daughter's blah blah blah." So I make it a point not to get into somebody else's energy without their permission. If he's crossed over and he comes in and tells me, then fine. But if he's still alive, then I just don't give that I don't get into somebody else's energy.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
reading diaries. We just
So a
need
general read
concept.
for you, I can do that for you, ma'am. They
Mhm.
show me you immediately with a like a chain, like you're chained to a fence. It's nighttime. It's dark, but there's a light shining on you, and you're chained to a fence, and you're trying to detach yourself from it. So I feel like this emotional issue or this family issue is you being chained to the family, and you trying to break free, and you're trying to figure out how to break free from this chain or this situation that's been going on for generations in your life. Is that what you're trying to find out? How you can heal yourself emotionally, but you want to find out, was it something that was passed down through the generations? Is that what you're thinking? Because they show me you being chained. Like, this is the fence, this is the gate, and you're chained to it, and you're trying to pull yourself away. And there's a light shining on you to help you try to pull yourself away, but you're doing it wrong. They're saying you're trying to do it with your own might and your own strength. Where if you just ask your higher power to release you, they'll break that chain and you'll be able to walk away. And you won't even have the scars of it still. You won't even have any evidence of it still connected to you, but you just need to ask. You're trying to do it in your own physical might, and they're saying you need to go to your higher power and ask for that relief, or to ask for them to let you go. Like, this isn't something that you can do physically. This is something you have to fight spiritually or through meditation. And so you just need to ask, how do I break free from from these family bonds, or or these things that are binding my family up? How do I break those chains? My sister and I, we were that generation that broke that chain. Like, we can think back to the struggles that our mom had, and then that we had as children, and then our children had a totally different life. So we broke a lot of those chains. We broke a lot of those chains that had to do with money, that had to do with finances, like understanding and growing our finances. But there were conscious choices that we made, and then we decided to change our circle of friends, because or change the conversation when we met up with our circle of friends. It wasn't always about how he did me wrong and bad relationships. We realized that we had a lot of the negative self talk. So we decided to change those conversations when we got together. And then the more you expand yourself, the more you grow. So meeting people like Don, who's taught me a lot about business, who's taught me a lot about, the metaphysical, who's introduced me to a lot of concepts and ideas that I just wasn't aware of. He's taking me to another level in things that I would have never experienced or never known about, meeting people, socializing and networking with people. So sometimes you have to change your circle of people in order to move away from what you were doing. It doesn't mean that you're alienating, you're just making it better for the next generation. So me having to go into debt to pay for my college education, my son is not having to do that, because we planned better for his future. making sure he got scholarship, paying his way along the way so that now he doesn't have those student loans that I had. So breaking those things sometimes in our own reality, but getting guidance from our higher power saying, how do I do that? And so one of the things I talked about earlier, um, not curses. Everybody wants to say generational curses. All the examples that I gave you, not one of those things was a curse. They were just generational behaviors that passed down. Everybody wants to say generational curse. It's not a curse. It's just behaviors that we have to learn now. I'm going to tell you this story and I'm trying to make it as fast as I possibly can. There was this pastor on TV, that was telling this story, and this is probably just a little ditty that he told in church about his wife. His wife would make a pot roast or something that she would make, and she would cut both ends off of the meat and then put it in the pan and cook it. And he was like, "Oh, it's so good. Why do you cut those ends off? Does that make it taste better? Does that make it more tender?" And she said, "I don't know. My mom used to do it." So he went to her mom and asked her mom why she did it. And her mom said, "Oh, I don't know. My mom did it." So he went to her, he
My
went to
mom did
that
it.
mom,
Yeah.
and that mom said, "Oh, the pot that I had was really little, so I had to cut those pieces off in order for it to fit in there." So something that she had to do out of necessity, which was cut the ends off for it to fit in there, they kept doing generationally because they never understood why it was being done. So they didn't need to do it. They just never asked why. So they were carrying on something, a tradition that didn't need to be done. And so that's what's just happening. It's sometimes you're carrying on a tradition that no longer needs to be done or no longer fits your lifestyle. Had they just asked, they would have known they didn't need to cut those two ends off. They just did it because their mother did it. And so sometimes we do things because it's the way that we were taught, and we have to be the person to change our mindset. So not necessarily a curse, just traditions and lessons that you learn that you have to navigate different. Like I said, financial situations in our life, we had to learn how to navigate and move different. So we learned how to move different. Not a curse, just learning how to be better stewards of our money, how to plan for the future, and how to teach our children about their future. Let me tell you something. My son can save money like nobody's business. He's not a big spender. He and my nieces, they are very good at saving money. Me at 18, every dollar that I had, I consumed. I wasn't saving nothing. But they have learned to be better consumers of their money. And so, not a curse, just changing our generational lifestyle and the traditions that we learn. Letting go of things that no longer serve you. Exactly. I say it all the time. I post it all the time on Facebook. Release those things that no longer serve you during the full moon. You can release them at any time, and like they say, they're already going to leave. This is you just giving them permission to go. I release everything. I release fat cells. I release my mindsets. I release thought processes, things that are no longer serving me. Anything that's no longer helping me to move forward, but that's holding me back. Those are the things. And don't try to work on everything at the same time. If it's finances, work on finances. If it's emotions, work on emotions, or take one thing at a time. If you try to do it all at the same time, it's going to be overwhelming. If I had to build a car and I thought about the finished product versus just getting it started, I would never get it started. You have to start somewhere. And so you're building, 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 building. Don't think of the whole big picture. Go to your guides and say, what's my next move? What's the one thing that I need to focus on? I ask my guides every single day, what do I need to focus on today? What do I need to focus on this month? What do I need to focus on this week? And then allow them to walk me through it. And then I check those things off that they are accomplished. Reveal to me what I need to work on in myself. What's the first thing that I need to heal in order to move forward so that I can see that the progress is happening? And then write it down so you can see your progress, because a lot of times we'll think, oh, well, I haven't made any progress, but you'll be like, well, you said you wanted to pay off a bill, and so you paid off that bill. Oh, that doesn't matter. Yes, it is. It's an accomplishment. I paid off that bill, and then I paid off the next bill, and then I started to save money, and then I had money for travel, and then I had money for this. And so it all started with paying off that one bill, one thing at a time. So you're just trying to find different ways or find your own you in the big circle of who your family is. And as you change, your other people will change. I moved to Arizona, then my other sister came, then my other sister came. My brother went to Florida. My mom now has 2 locations she can go and spend months at a time to go and visit when she wants to get away, changing the way that we do things. We're trying to take our mom on her first international trip. She's been here 70 years. She's been to Mexico, but we want to take her on a big international trip, like across the seas, And so we're trying to get her out there and do things that she's never done or that my grandmother never done. And so it's just making small changes to change your life, and then it trickles back to the other people because they see you doing stuff. One of the best things that my brother ever told me was, because we're from Flint, Michigan, and there was a lot of strife going on. He said, had you not gone to college and gotten a degree, had you stayed here and just had kids and babies, we might have just stayed here and just had babies. But we saw you leave, so we all left. One decision changes generations. That's all you have to do. You don't have to make big, sweeping, drastic changes and make a big speech and tell the whole family that you're changing and that everybody needs to get themselves in order because you're getting yourself in order. Be the example by just doing it and them seeing the person that you are. So that's what I got for you, lady. Is it Lady Pat? What is it, Don? I don't even know what that says. So you're right on the road to where you need to be. Stay focused.
Yeah, she actually said a little earlier, she kind of diagrammed the name out. How was it? She said, let me see it here. Because she said she kind of diagrammed it so we could understand it, but I did not register it in my head.
Oh, Lady
Maybe it's too far.
Elias Athena. What? All right, I like it. I like all of it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Lady Pallas
All
Athena.
right. I'm
Pallas.
like, okay. Now it has to roll off the tongue. I get it, Lady Pop. Got it. That makes sense. I like it. See, even you changing your name to something like that shows the strength in your conviction of who you want to be, where you want to go. You're thinking in a way that other people may not have thought or may not even understand why you chose that name. There's a specific reason why you chose that name. You may not know it now, but there is a reason why you chose it. It's pointing you to your future. You decide, and sometimes that means separating from your family to bring them with you. Remember, I'm the person that moved here all the way 3,500 miles or 3,000 miles from where I grew up, and look how much of the family that came with me. So you be that spark that gets everybody else a flame, that starts the flame that everybody else follows.
Lady Pallas, I have a question for you. My question comes to a grandmother. Is your mother's mother on this side or is she on the other side? And was she from like a European extraction, Greek or something? Was there something like Turkish or Greek or somewhere in that part of the Mediterranean? And again, the first question is she on this side or the other side? That's the first question. Because there is this woman who is coming in your dreams. She's visiting in your dreams, and I don't know if you my mother has passed on. She is Asian. Okay. This is not your mother. This is so is your grandmother also passed on? No, because I'm getting, she said a grandmother. She came back to grandmother again.
And her grandmother passed. On her mom's side, looks like, though.
My mother. Oh, I see. My mother's mother is what she meant there. Is that how that reads? Okay. So because she's coming to you in your dream. She's been coming to you in your dreams. Have you paid it? Does it register in the morning that you've had the visitation? And if not, what are you doing to help yourself remember in the morning? Because she's visiting with you and she's been talking with you. And I'm not sure if you're totally aware of it, but she's making me very much aware of it. What I would suggest to you is that before you go to bed this evening, because if she is here having this conversation with me, she definitely is ready to come to you this evening. You is make this statement clear to you and to your spirit guide. Say it as like I'm talking to you. Speak it out. Don't just think it in your head. And say, spirit guides, help me remember tomorrow what I learned tonight. Okay? Make sure you bring that energy in. Spirit guides, help me remember tomorrow what I learned tonight. And when your grandmother comes in this evening, Don't be surprised in the morning that you remember. Now, as soon as you wake up, the first thing I would do before I go to bed, I would put a paper and pen beside the bed. If you have a journal, that's even better, whatever. And as soon as you wake up in the morning, make sure you write down whatever images you're getting, whatever you felt from the night before. The images are important. This is her way of communicating with you. She could actually visit you and as well, and you may actually see her and hear her, but she may give you images or flashes or vignettes or something like that. Make sure that when you wake up in the morning that you write them down immediately, because again, you cannot guarantee they'll stay with you all day and you don't want to risk that. So as soon as you wake up, write them down. But she's coming to you, and she's been coming to you over the last few weeks because apparently you've been asking or you've been needing help from somebody, and she has been there, but you don't it doesn't register that you're getting her input. And so again, she's coming to me to tell you hello. She has been coming to you, so please find a way to listen to her. You may want to also check out my I have a meditation video which will work maybe wonders for you here. And this is to meet the loved ones who've crossed over. This is a guided meditation. You have to do it 2 or 3 times before it really takes hold. It could happen sooner, but if you're good with visualization, if not, it may take you more than one time. But this will help you to also sit and meet your loved ones on the other side, this guided meditation. But again, even without the meditation, tonight, again, she's here for a reason. Tonight, please have that voice and say, please, spirit guides, help me remember tomorrow what I learned, what I received tonight, and make sure that you have that something beside the bed so you can do it, because she really does have a message for you and she wants to communicate with you. So please be ready for that. Okay. Yeah, this is yeah, you don't remember dreams, and that's the problem, is because you're not telling yourself to remember the dreams. So yes, say it out loud and say it like I said it, or something even close, whatever makes sense to you. But and then in the morning, make sure you write. Okay, that's super important.
Stop saying I don't remember any dreams. Say I'm getting better at remembering my dreams. That is the one thing our mentor told us to stop saying I'm not good at, or I don't blah blah blah. Change it to I'm getting better at
Yep.
remembering my dreams. And if you don't remember them, then go ahead and say, when you wake up in the morning, just say, is there anything from my dreams that I need to remember? And then write that down too. But also, I was going to say, if you needed some kind of physical representation, buy a dream catcher and put over your bed and hang it like on your headboard or by your bed or something.
Mhm.
That may also, sometimes people need some kind of physical representation to help them to believe. So buy a dream catcher and put by your bed, or just, um, hang it from your bed or something like that. And then also, I have a playlist that I listen to some nights when I just need some really good motivation. And Don's meditations are in my playlist. And so it'll give me all these different playlists that'll tell me things, that'll help me to go to sleep. And then Don's meditation comes right about the third one in there. So I'm already in rapid eye motion. And this is only speaking to my subconscious. So it's really getting cemented in there as he guides me through this little meditation. And then when I wake up, it's a totally different story. Another way that you could do this is you can also write in your journal to that loved one. When I wanted to hear from my cousin, I wrote to him in my journal. Instead of writing just Dear Diary or whatever, I wrote Dear Waddell, and I wrote to him. And shortly after, he started coming to me in my dreams. He also started coming to me in mediumship wise, but also just say I'm getting better at remembering my dreams, and you'll get better at remembering your dreams. And then just write them down, even if it's a little thing like I just kept seeing something red. You never know, later that red could turn into a red car, or it could turn into a red stop sign. It could just be the shadows of things or the beginnings of pieces of things. And the next time you go to sleep, you'll see that, oh, it was a red stop sign, or oh, it was the red car, or oh, it was a red balloon. If you've ever watched Medium, and that is a very good show to watch with Alison Dubois, it comes on Tubi, I think, also. If you notice, when she was helping them solve the crimes, she didn't get all her dreams at once. Like, she didn't get the whole murder at once. She would get a little piece of it. Maybe she would get the dead body in the park that it was in. And then the next day she would get how they died. And then the next day she would get the person who did it. And then she would get something else. So her dreams came piece by piece by piece. They didn't come all at one time. She didn't just see the whole murder scene and just go in and be like, hey, this is what happened. She would see piece by piece by piece, and then she would help them walk it out. And they had to trust that her dreams were real. Sometimes she was wrong, but most of the time she was right. And so that's a good show to help you with thinking about with dealing with your dreams also. She would sometimes jump up and just write down, like she would see like a license plate and she would get up and she would write it down quickly or something like that. So those are all good ways to help you to connect with your loved ones and to um remember your dreams, but definitely try that meditation. And like Don said, you may have to try it a couple of times. And Don won't even be offended if you fall asleep
Nope.
because his voice is so relaxing. It helps you to go to sleep. And remember, Don is in the middle of my playlist. So he comes right in while I'm in rapid eye motion. Go ahead and subconsciously talk to me. And then there you go. I'm dreaming about my loved ones. And boom, there it is. So that's what I got for you, Miss Lady Palace Athena. I love that now that I know what it means. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And they keep showing me like a little diamond right here, like a little purple stone right here on your what they call this, your third eye right here. So there is something right here, maybe you're being you're kind of being able to see more on the other side, or that's gonna open up now that you're giving it permission. You can also give your grandmother permission or your loved one permission to come and talk to you. Sometimes they won't bother you because they're afraid that because they may think that you're afraid of them. So you could give them permission. Hey, grandma, if you want to come talk to me tonight, come talk to me. Show me this in the dream. Show me that in the dream. I need your guidance on this, or mom, or whoever it is that you want. Give them permission to come into your life and help you out. I remember my dad, because we didn't have a great relationship when he passed. When he came up in mediumship class, he asked the person, could he, to ask us if he could just watch us, if he could just be around our life and watch us, like not. And I told him he could only be a part of our life if he was going to participate. Like if you see me about to stumble and slip on a banana peel, let me know that there's a banana peel, or move me out of the way, or move the banana peel out of the way. Don't just watch me fail. You got to be a part of my life, and you got to be a part of it in a positive way. So yes, you can be around, but these are my conditions for you to be around. So you decide how you want that person to be in your life and give them permission to be in your life in that way. So I
Absolutely.
hope that helps. Thank you,
Super.
Kelly.
Well, Miss Angie, we've been on for about 2.5 hours. I think we're about ready to get off of
That
here.
was so good, Don. I loved it. I was supercharged tonight. And the
Yeah.
messages were just coming and coming and coming. And I always ask them to send us people who really need a reading. And I feel like we got some good readings out today.
And some new folks, which I like too. Good energy. I love that. Yes.
So
And
send your
remember,
people
folks,
over, people.
exactly. And remember, folks, it's your energy that comes in and helps us to do what we do. Without that energy, we can't do what we do. So thanks for opening up your energy to us and letting us tap into that. That's super important. And if you didn't get a reading tonight, come back next week or come back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'll be back on with Miss Shauna. And so, again, if you don't get it tonight, come back tomorrow morning or come back next week about the same time. And Angie and I are going to continue to work on trying to get here at 6 and
We
not
did
six
such a
ish,
good job
7
today. We were so close to 6. It was almost 5. I'm telling you, we did such a good job.
I know, absolutely. So again, have a great evening. Thanks for popping in, and we
Oh,
will.
wait, one more
Yes.
thing. I got to say this to Pam Shore because Pam Shore asked about her anemia.
Mhm.
And Pam, don't feel bad if you have to have iron infusions. I have to have iron infusions because my iron is so low. My saturation level is like a 4%. And when I go in there to have my iron infusion, it's a whole family of us in there. That seems to be something that is commonplace right now. Like a lot of people are having iron infusions. So don't feel bad if you have to have them. If you're testing, have them. What my doctor told me was I needed something to get me back to my level and then continue on. So if your iron is that low, have the infusion and then start taking the pills because he told me that the pills and the food just wasn't enough to bring my iron level up. And if they're thinking something is wrong, have the iron infusion, get your levels back up. But they're also going to want to know, no, it's not a shot. The iron infusion that I have, you actually have to go in. Like I go into the Cancer Institute and I sit and I have a 45-minute infusion. It's like a bag of iron, whatever the medicine is, and they administer it, and then they do a hydration after it, and then I go home. So it takes about an hour. And I had to do the first time about 5, and then now I have to do 5 more. But if there's an iron issue, they want to know what's the reason, because like my doctor said, I can give you iron all the time, but if we don't know what's depleting it, we're just basically, pouring water down, or we're just wasting the iron. It's not doing anything. So we have to figure out why you're having this issue. So first find out if it's low, then they'll try to find out what the problem is that's making it low, and then, try to get your iron, get the infusions out. But again, it's just an IV infusion. It takes maybe 45 minutes. It's at the Cancer Institute is where I have it. And so you'll end up getting to know the staff very well if you have them, because mine are back to back to back. Boom, 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 boom. 5 in a row. Yeah, you're right, misunderstood. You have to figure out what the underlying cause is and what's making you be low in your iron.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. So that's it, Don. Now we can. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to miss her, and I'm so glad she showed up, because I was like, it's one more person, but I couldn't remember who it was. So that's who it was, Miss Pam.
Absolutely. All right. Well, again, everybody have a great one. We will talk to you next week, and I will be back on tomorrow morning. So watch and enjoy. And we're going to go out with, again, my song, mine and Angie's new song, with a video that's temporary, because we're going to have to find one. But this is it. See you later. Have a great one. An amazing weekend. Love, light, and blessings.
Bye.